we go.
No message that we're live.
Yes. Ooh, I need to up the bright. Maybe I want to write some notes. Talk a little bit about mannequins or something. I don't know yet. Hold up. Hi, Ashley. Hello and welcome, Vio. Welcome. We're doing clothes. So last stream I was just doing clothing studies, but I feel like today we can actually kind of cover like tutorial stuff. So feel free to ask anything that's clothing related. I won't be drawing any specific characters or anything, but there we go. Hey Jeff, you are early. Hi Mina. Hi Kira. Hi Adam. Okay, I have no idea what I have to do on my canvas right now. I usually have a drawing already ready, but maybe I'll draw this while I wait for questions or just whatever.
Hello, welcome. Mitsubi.
Yay.
Hayden attempts to draw. Discussing Big Toe. Hi.
All our regulars.
Gabby loves you.
Hi. My voice is cracked.
Finally get to see how you start.
Yeah.
They're all on our VOD channel on YouTube as well.
I know. I usually have a drawing already kind of ready for stream, like before the stream starts, because, people don't want to look at a blank screen. So how do you draw the clothes as you draw the body? So if I'm correct, do you mean like I draw the body and the clothes as at the same time? Just kind of wondering. So let me know. Hey, Matt, your thing is cherries now. Interesting. Okay, so this is where I basically go in with mannequins. So I'm just going to write this down. I'm kind of just doing things on the fly. By the way,
this is going to be a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
If you want to draw the clothes and bodies at the same time, you're going to be juggling a bunch of things at the same time. That's going to be really, really hard.
Yeah. So
start with simple mannequin volumes.
So at this point, I'm kind of expecting that if you know how to draw like the proportions of the person, you might need to keep that in mind. Proportion of the person is important for drawing mannequins. Simple forms like boxes and cylinders. I'm going to assume that you're going to have to know that. Simple boxes and cylinders. So I'm just writing these notes down for your reference. And by the way, we have a Discord, so I will be posting these on the live stream demos, and we also have a VOD channel, so you'll be able to look at this anytime you want. So I would really recommend starting with mannequins first. As you can see, I'm kind of already starting with a mannequin already. I'm not doing any clothes. I just kind of already had a basic setup, so I'll use this as a
little demo of that mannequin.
Yes, I will.
Or you can do it in a different part. You can.
No, it's okay. I'll just redraw it.
Okay.
I'll redraw it.
Do you have any tips for drawing hands? We actually have a TikTok video on hands if you want to go check our profile.
Yeah.
Thumbnail is of a crying
man,
like a crying guy. So that should help with hands if you need help with that. Do you have a YouTube? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Same username.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to block out the proportions of this body. Now, I'm not going to cover proportions today, but basically you could essentially block out the torso into two boxes like this. Now, I'm kind of like pinching the waist here because it's just easier that way, it gets a head start. And once I have this pretty much good to go, I can essentially just like put forms inside of it. So this is what I always start with because it's just easy. I got to add the legs real quick. Hold up. Legs attached down here.
Oh yeah, for all you who play Animal Crossing, I logged in today. And we got Shino and Pashmina sitting with sunglasses on.
They're both looking at the camera.
I know.
It's cute. So now I draw in the basic gesture as well. So this kind of goes into a lot of multitasking. So that's why I think your question was pretty good. It's a pretty fun question. So you notice that everything's very simple. No clothes just yet. I never start with clothes because clothes, you have to make sure the body looks correct before you put on the clothes, right? So now what I do, I'm actually going to duplicate this just in case if I copy paste, just in case I mess up. So, okay, I'll do that. So now what I do is I put in my basic forms of the body. I can essentially turn these into cylinders. We can turn these into boxes. I think just to make things a lot easier, I will turn this into a box. Or actually, you know what? Cylinders. Let's do cylinders. So this body looks like it's going down in space. So I'm going to turn the cylinder as if we're looking down at it. Because we can kind of see the clavicle, we can kind of see the bottom or the top of the clavicle like that.
Happy birthday, Moldy
Happy
Jeff.
birthday!
Everybody say happy birthday to Moldy Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just reading chat.
No worries. Turn this into a cylinder as well, so you basically see the underside or the top side of this cylinder. So you're just connecting a bunch of cylinders together to create that mannequin look.
Which are easier to draw with, cylinders or boxes. It really depends. Usually cylinders are easier to create overlaps with because you don't have to think about vanishing points.
And we're looking down at this person, so that means we'll also see the top of the shoulder. That means we're looking at the top of the cylinder right here, and here, and here.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
Today we're doing clothing drawing.
Yeah, and we're starting with mannequins because...
What days do you usually go live? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1:30 Pacific. And Saturdays usually.
So the good thing about clothes is that you don't have to worry too much about anatomy because the clothes cover the anatomy, right? So we don't have to worry that much about muscle. So once we're at this phase, well, I'm just going to erase most of this so I don't get distracted. Technically, I would actually just do this on another layer, but I'm lazy. Then we kind of, add a bit of the features like the breasts. Sorry, what?
We'll add another layer. So
Okay, fine. We'll add another layer. So this is when I start adding a little bit of the anatomy, like the chest. I heard someone say breast as chest lumps, so maybe I'll use that instead because it's funnier. Chest lumps right here. We can kind of smooth out the trapezius or the shoulder area. But keeping these very basic, it doesn't have to be, super detailed. Here's a clavicle because the clavicle is showing in the reference. So notice that I'm still not doing any clothing because it's still too early.
When should you add the folds? Add
You'll
the
see.
folds based on... So first you do the volumes, and then you figure out basically where the tension points are. So you add the folds as soon as you know where to put them.
Yes. And when I add folds or when I start adding the clothes, I start with the basic shape how it all covers the body. So I'll take note of, the collar or the neckline. Sorry, that's the neckline. I'll take note of, where the sleeves are. I'll take note that, this part of the sleeve is really thick or really bunched up because it is a long sleeve shirt and it's kind of loose. But no folds just yet.
We just want to analyze the reference a little bit.
Sure, we can do that. So this is what I'm looking for when I look at clothes. So I look at neckline, where it starts. I look at this certain shape that these sleeves create on the hand. Same thing down here. This is more of a triangular shape or a wider shape because it's kind of draping over the sleeves. I look at this part right here, I'm sorry. I look at this part right here where it ends. And I basically just draw this whole thing first, very flat, because that's just easiest to do. So if I were to do this as I looked in the reference, basically I would mark out where it ends, which is around the pelvis area. And that's my next step. So now what I do is I look at all the different folds on the clothing.
Rin, we'll talk about vanishing points on another day. It's not too relevant to this.
So I look for seam lines, like there's a seam line on the shoulder right here, seam line on the shoulder. The tension points are on the chest lumps because they push out and they also create these folds down here that it's pulling away from it. You'll see that this is where the tension points are. Tension points, I mean like areas where the cloth is being pulled from as well. You'll notice the direction of the folds, right? You'll see a lot of folds going back here and here and here.
Wrapping around that
cylinder. I see a lot of compression or zigzag folds in this area, so I'm taking note of that. I'm not going to add it everywhere. It's just only in this localized area.
So let's write those down so people can remember.
Sure.
Tension and compression.
Oh, thank you for all the follows, guys. You guys are crazy.
So tension and compression points. Tension is where the fabric is being pulled. Think shoulders, these things,
Chest
elbows, right? All of that sort of thing. So anywhere that the fabric is being pulled from.
Ooh, thank you for the crane.
Compression is stuff that happens in this area where the fabric bunches up and down here.
So
tension folds, you will get lines radiating out.
Yes.
Compression, you will get triangles and diamonds.
Actually, we should put that on the notes at the bottom.
Yeah, I'll do that. So tension, you get radiating lines.
And triangular shapes.
And and some triangular shapes, but think radiating lines. And then compression, you get diamonds and triangles. And usually when your tension and compression, like usually these radiating lines will become big triangles kind of like this sometimes as well. So remember that.
Yes.
So find your tension and compression points.
Thank you, Lunar. Yes, we are a joint duo where it's two of us running this account. My name's Christina. This guy's name's Colton. We are a married couple. Artist couple, I should say. So now I look for, here's tension points, tension folds. Tension folds, they kind of radiate out. These are compression folds right here. Compression. Compression just means all the excess fold is like, bunched up. Oh, Shannon, that's cool. Christina has I have the same name as Shannon's mom. Nice. That's cool. So after I analyze the reference, then I go in and just actually draw it. So I drew all these lines. I got to take them out.
Hello, welcome everybody who's new.
We got a lot of people here today.
Let's check for comments.
Yeah, we read chat as well, so sometimes if it flies by, it's gonna take us a little bit of time to get all your questions answered. So I got seam lines up here. These seam lines wrap around the shoulder. The reason why I really advocate for adding the seam lines is because these are also where the folds come out of. So we'll see folds coming out from the chest. And here, we'll see some, like, little bit of a diaper fold action here because, these areas is pulling the fabric right here.
All right, couple questions. I have a question. How do I shade curly hair better? Do we have a hair shading TikTok?
I kind of do. I think I remember shading an afro, but that's the only one I remember doing.
Yes, check our profile for TikToks on hair. Can I download your brushes? We have a free download to this brush in our link on our profile. So you can go check it out there. It's just this single brush. This is basically the only brush that's used on lives.
So this is when we add folds, right? We're answering that one person's question early in the stream.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing.
Do you always analyze the clothes like that before drawing?
I always do.
For studies, yes. Once you do it enough, you'll start to recognize where folds tend to show up.
And you'll end up doing more of those by memory. But for practice, I always do that.
60 roses. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you for all the roses.
So you notice that all I'm doing is adding those tension folds, wrapping around this waist here, keeping things pretty simple, adding a little bit of that compression fold right here, adding,
Do you guys have a YouTube channel? Yes, same name, @DrawAnimeAcademy. We also upload all of these as VODs on our VOD channel. We have a Discord server. There's a link on our profile, and you can join it for free. We hang out, and I always upload the VODs on YouTube after streams. So if you want to see the whole thing, go find that.
So when people draw folds at the same time as the body, that already means that they have the basic skills needed to draw them at the same time. It is very difficult to do that because you are multitasking. But right here, I'm not multitasking. I'm focusing on simple things one at a time, and that's how you should do it too if you're practicing.
680 roses.
Wow, thank you. You guys are like in the dono mood or something.
I can't read your whole name. Simply Complex 05. Thank you. Very, very generous of you.
So there we got the folds. And if you want to, make it a little bit nicer, you can shade some parts of the outfit. So where I'm shading is kind of just based on the reference. I noticed that there's a little bit of shadow here, a little bit of shadow around the arms. Definitely a nice big shadow around the chest area. In fact, I would simplify most of this. Whoa. You know what I need to do? I need to go in and lasso tool select this.
The brush there's a free download for it in the link on our profile. So go hit our little profile picture, and on our profile there's going to be a link, and you can find a Google Drive download for the brush that's used on streams. So hopefully that helps.
You know, sometimes adding a little bit of shading like this really makes the outfit kind of pop a bit. And I'm only just adding very simple shading.
Hi, Daniela.
Hi, Daniela. We got some nice regulars here.
Yep, we got a lot of regulars.
We got a lot of new people. Let us know if you're new.
Search up to get the reference photos. It was on Pinterest. I think she just searched like t-shirt.
I just searched up t-shirt for women, and this came up. And I'm like, I like the reference.
Do you use line of action for poses?
Yeah. I use it more for gesture, but definitely for poses, yes, for sure.
Hello.
I don't use it all the time, but I definitely use it sometimes when I really need to figure it out. So there we got some nice clothing.
Mariah, I'm new. Awesome. Welcome.
Awesome. You know, we might as well draw the pants too. The pants we're gonna just give the same treatment, right?
No.
We draw in the basic shape that the pants create.
No worries, my drawing quest, not too late. We just started a little bit ago.
Yep.
Can someone tell me ways to learn to draw bodies?
Proportion.
Yeah, we have some TikToks on that as well.
And we also have a few books that might help you.
Yeah.
So Colton, pull those out, please.
Sure, I can pull them out.
Yeah. Here. I'll just put, yeah. Oh, Lynn, you're new. That's nice.
Hello.
Thank you, Null. Bun, do you ever do discount or payment plans for Anime Art School?
Direct message us if you want to set up a payment plan. You can direct message us on TikTok, or you can email any of our emails. But yeah, if you want to learn how to draw bodies, we have a book. It teaches the basics of drawing anime. See, here's feet. I just opened it up to like the middle. Here's hands, butts, arms. We break everything down into really simple forms. So if you want to learn anatomy and all that, we have, you know, breaking down proportions.
This is on Amazon.
Gesture. Yeah, it's on Amazon. You can check it out on the link on our profile. So this is what it looks like. It's Anime Academy How to Draw Manga. We have 2 volumes. This one covers all the basics. You even learn doing like illustrations, coloring.
Thank you, Gmail.
Characters from start to finish. All that kind of stuff. Hair, eyes.
No worries.
Color theory, lighting. These pages are actually really good. Lighting heads from different directions.
Oh, they had that on their wish list. That's fun.
Oh, awesome.
Diaku.
Hi, Arrow. And then we have a second volume. So if you want to do character design, this one teaches the basics of shape language, hairstyles. Let me see. Facial expressions. So there's a whole bunch of facial expressions in here as well.
Both of these are, I think, what, $26 USD? But
yeah,
Amazon
check
also
how much
gives...
Amazon has them up for. They changed the price. They keep pretty heavy control over that because they're paperback. So there's expressions for different types of characters.
Nice, Jeff.
Silly characters. There's a bunch of stuff on body types. So different male body types, different female body types, like a bunch of variation in them. We also go over drawing kids. Look, Krillin.
I actually did Gohan for that one.
Teenagers. Oh, okay.
But yeah, basic Krillin as well. They both
similar.
look similar. Hey, Alexia.
Right. All that kind of stuff. Aging characters. Basic folds. Going over reference. There's a lot of stuff in it. So check it out. This one's How to Draw Characters, Anime Academy. And the other one is just the Volume 1, How to Draw Manga.
Yes.
So if you want to learn how to draw bodies, that's what we recommend. Otherwise, there's a lot of free content out there on YouTube and stuff.
Okay, so we got some more questions here. I tried to join the Discord. Can you send me the link? DM us.
Direct message us on TikTok and I'll send you the link. Ask for the Discord link.
Yes.
Procreate is the app. How much are the books? It depends on where you are exactly and what currency you're using. I think they're up for about $26. However, you'll have to check because sometimes Amazon will lower the price. I just signed up for Art Academy. I'm so excited. Glad to know there's a place like this that exists. Awesome.
Anime Art Academy? Did you say that? Was that the thing? Because I remember that website. If that's the one you're referring to. Okay. You know, just kind of shading the folds real quick. So that demo's pretty much done. Hopefully that helped answer your question. Whoever asked, like, oh, how do you do the folds and stuff at the same time and stuff. So, you know, why not? Let's do a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit about texture or something. So I'm going to make this reference a lot smaller. Maybe. I have no idea.
I don't know.
But not texture, but like thin and thick materials.
Oh.
Because, like, we got this kind of thicker material right here. Let me just clean this up because it's gonna be a little bit chaotic right here. Okay, that's the demo. I'm just gonna merge this.
This is gonna be a clothing drawing stream. We'll cover hair on another stream, or you can check our VODs. We cover hair on some of our past VODs on our channel as well.
Yeah. Wait, why did I move that little dot? I need to try to move faster.
Welcome, everybody. If you're new, hit the follow button. We go live usually 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays.
So if you ever have trouble with drawing sweaters, because, I mean, it can be a bit confusing sometimes, especially with the different textures. Sometimes if you try to draw like a sweater and it doesn't end up turning out like a sweater, it ends up looking more like a wrinkled shirt. I got you. So I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just continuing to do these tutorials until we have a new interesting question. So let me just make sure it's on a different layer. Okay. So I'm going to start with the same process. Oops, I spit. I'm going to start the same process, but instead of drawing the like the muscles and everything, I'm still going to keep this pretty tubular. I'm going to turn this into a tube man. But I'm also keeping in mind of the overall shape that this torso is creating. It's kind of like pretty squarish looking underneath or on top. Here's the cylinder for the waist area. And you'll notice that for the guy, I made the upper body a lot larger, the waist a lot smaller. And then this is where we can add in, you know, the arms. Everything's all the same. I kind of need a tissue. I need to blow my nose. Thank you. You know, here's the arms here coming towards us. I'm not going to draw the whole thing, but this is essentially what the gesture looks like. The brush link is in our bio. How do you do lighting on the skin or like shading? I'm not going to be covering skin today. I'll be covering mostly clothing today.
She covered skin a couple days ago, so you can check our VOD channel on YouTube.
Okay, I'm just going to put this on the side here. I don't want to walk away from the screen. So there we got, you know, we're going to put cylinders for the arms because we got to, you know, draw the cylinders for the arms,
brush
right?
free. Yes, the brush is free. It's just a direct link to the brush on Google Drive. Draw Academy. Welcome.
Oh, it was really funny. I heard, I think one of our regulars named their cat after us. So they call their cat Anime Academy, but anime for short. And I was like, we never had something like that before. So that was super sweet. For some reason, I just got reminded of that.
What tablet? iPad 12.9, and I think it's a Apple Pencil 2. I don't remember. Had it for a couple years.
Yeah.
Are you guys married? Yes, 4 years. Thank you for asking.
Yes. I always like it when people ask that question. Yeah. It's so sweet.
You make me want to do more clothes studies. Do it.
Do it.
And share it.
Yes. We have a Discord.
Yes. Share it in the art share channels in the Discord. They say, that's so cute.
Thank you. Okay. So we got the mannequin, and then I'm going to draw in the sweater on top. So the sweater is actually, if we look at this silhouette, it's actually very square. You don't see any dimension in here, but that doesn't mean we can't add it, right? That doesn't mean that it's not there. So for the sake of artistic liberty, I'm going to be describing more of the form than in the reference. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Hi, Yugia.
Hi, Yugia.
How long have you been doing digital art?
Long time. Years. That's all I can say.
Thank you for the roses and heart puffs, Daniela.
Yeah, thank you. You're always so sweet. Okay, so now I'm basically going to make sure that my shirt wraps around the torso area in kind of a boxier way. And then there's a lot of compression folds that I see down here. Now for sweaters, you'll notice that there's actually not a lot of folds. Most of the folds are actually around in the compression area, like right here and here and here. Everything else is kind of like thicker and kind of just flows down a little bit more, I don't know, less crinkly. And you'll also notice that most of the folds are very rounded. So keep in mind that when you are doing clothing studies is to keep in mind of how spaced apart these folds are, right? If you look at this reference up here, what's up?
Ever do creatures? We don't do creatures, but we actually have a friend who does, and he has a TikTok. His name's Austin Bachelor. Austin, Batchelor.
Should we just write it down? Austin
if you want.
Bachelor.
He's a good friend of mine, and he has a really nice TikTok. I don't think he's uploaded recently, but he does creature stuff, so go ahead and hit follow on him.
brush is in the link in our bio.
Yes, free download to the brush in our link on our profile.
Yep. Wow, thank you for all the follows, guys.
Yes, thank you for all the follows. Welcome, welcome. Clothing demos and tutorials today. Trying to stay a little bit more on topic these days so it doesn't jump around too much. So if you have questions, we'll have to cover them another day unless it is a related subject. So sorry about that.
Yep. And someone asked, how can you be so precise? It's because I've taught clothing drawing for a long time. So I kind of
Can the guy talking draw to or no? I've been a professional artist since 2016.
Oh, yeah. He'll sometimes pop in and draw things.
I'll sometimes pop in and draw, but I'm more of a background environment artist, so...
Nah, he knows how to draw this stuff too. So now I'm thinking about what shapes that these folds create with me as well, or with us. So now, as you can see, I'm already starting to draw the bulge of the sleeves right here and also the cuff. You know, this is just kind of like more, you know, fancier stuff, but you can do that. We have this nice triangle shape on the sleeve. Have a lot of half log folds, which is one of the 7 basic types of folds. If you want to know the 7 basic types of folds, we have a a TikTok on it. It's with Anya from Spy Family teaching the 7 basic folds.
Do we have 2 TikToks that cover the 7 basic folds?
No, it's just that one, I think.
What about the oh yeah, I guess that one mostly just covered tension and compression, the viral one.
Oh yeah, the viral one created tension and compression, yeah. But same concept.
Will there be a stream that covers how to do backgrounds as well? Yes, definitely, sometime.
We say sometime, but I hope that is sometime.
Yeah.
Colin likes to do background stuff, like the things, like he's like tech support. But I want him to draw too on this stream. Anyways, so you'll notice that I'm really trying to focus all of my folds in certain areas. I'm not putting them everywhere like this. I know this is an exaggeration, but basically that's kind of what I do. I make sure that this is mostly simple. Maybe I'll add a little bit of, you know, these cheeky little folds right here just to add a little bit more dimension. Maybe what I'll do is I'll actually put a little bit more artistic liberty and actually make the waist a little bit thinner just because it feels nicer to look at. All these folds will be slower, meaning thicker and rounded, so it looks like it's not super fast. So you notice that with some drawings, the energy is like, and that's because they use a lot of like fast lines like this, like that. But when you slow down a bit in your line work, your eye also kind of slows down. So you'll be able to see things a little bit more carefully. So there we got the sweater.
Welcome. Hello, Kayla. Nope, not too late.
You know, and why not? You know, let's kind of shade this a bit.
Do you have a hand tutorial? Yes.
Yes, we
There is
do.
a tips video on hands. The thumbnail is of a crying guy.
Yeah.
So you can go check that out on our profile. I actually voiced that one.
Yes, you did. So I'm going to shade this real quick because I like shading. And, you know, maybe we can cover a little bit of that too.
Our hope is that we can upload videos on all kinds of different subjects, so when someone asks in the chat, we can just direct them there.
I know, that's actually a really good idea.
Do you have a tutorial on armor? We do not.
We do not.
That's not a bad idea,
That's
though.
not a bad idea. I have to do a bit of research for that, but yes, that's a great idea. Do a little bit of shading on this, just, you know, just because. So,
Shannon? No, not necessarily.
what?
I just said, does it mean that I'm bad at drawing because I have to trace for practice? No, not
No.
necessarily.
The thing is, what a lot of people need to hear is when they find that their drawing doesn't turn out the way they want to, and they've only just started drawing recently and all that stuff, all they really need to do is just keep drawing. We go through, we've, you know, taught a lot of students, and a lot of the time they're doing all the right stuff. They're doing all the right practice. They're trying to follow, you know, the best they can to, you know, tutorials and drawing a lot, but sometimes it just still doesn't turn out. But then the thing is, drawing takes years. Drawing takes a long time to get good. I'm still trying to get better. In fact, I still feel like I'm not really at a point where I'm really, really proud of it, but it's enough to, you know, get by. But it takes a long time, so don't beat yourself up over it. It doesn't mean that you are bad. It just means you need more practice.
OMG, Nightingale armor from Skyrim. I remember unlocking that. That was great. Thieves Guild quest line. Very fun.
What games do everyone like to play? Do you guys like to play? Let's have a little bit of conversation, right?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what games does everybody like to play? My art teacher called me a art witchcraft master. I hope that's a good thing.
Aw, that's so nice. That is nice.
Minecraft, Genshin Impact.
Oh, Genshin, nice.
Have you ever thought about making an animation? Yes, absolutely.
For
neither
sure.
of us know animation, like 2D animation at all, but definitely want to learn.
Yeah.
And start practicing on it. We're trying to get all of our content up first before starting a new big project.
Yeah.
Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite, Minecraft, The Last of Us.
We actually have a Roblox channel now.
Yeah, there's a Roblox channel in our Discord server now. Minecraft, HSRPJSK. I don't know what those are, but awesome. Cookie Run Kingdom.
Cookie Run, I heard of that.
Call of Duty.
Oh, this is actually turning out pretty
Fire Emblem. Zenless Zone Zero and Honkai Star Rail. Supermarket Simulator.
Oh, Supermarket Simulator. I love that.
I think you were watching
I was watching Queso play that because it's fun
tutorial
watching
for
him.
ARMS. We don't have a tutorial for ARMS, I don't think, but that's a good idea. Do you want to
I'll do a little tutorial on ARMS.
put that down? Like a TikTok video.
TikTok, yes. I will do that.
Project Sekai? Wuthering Waves, Baldur's Gate, yes, Stardew Valley.
I love Baldur's
Minecraft,
Gate.
Genshin, Roblox, Zelda, Identity 5. Sorry, a lot of chats going up. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Nice.
Oh, okay, Emil, thank you. Honkai Star Rail.
There we go. Let's see, what else should I cover, Colton?
Yandere Simulator.
Yandere Simulator, nice.
Maybe Pants.
Pants. Okay, I gotta find some reference on pants. Sorry. Hold up a minute. I gotta look some up.
Skirts as well. Skirts would be great.
Okay, skirts.
Yes, thank you, Aki.
I'll do skirts.
Skirts first? Sure.
Yeah, we'll do skirts first because they're fun. And assuming that my thing will load.
Ask him, honestly, I don't understand how people can be so creative with hair, like hair layers. Study hairstyles, you mean for drawing? Study hairstyles. Go to Pinterest. Maybe even watch some hairstyling videos. That'll help a lot to understand.
Ooh. I'm finding some nice...
Can you draw a dress shirt with a tie?
Dress shirt with a tie. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Dress shirt with tie.
For the follows, everybody, if you are new, we go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, teaching, drawing, really high-quality stuff like you see here. We also have a bunch of really good TikTok videos, so if you enjoy it, hit the follow button, and we'd love to see you on a future stream.
Okay, I'm guessing you mean kind of like a long sleeve dress shirt with a tie. Those are fun. So let me just download this image.
Zeshio. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Thinking of hair in masses and layers going back in space is really good. We'll do another hair stream soon.
I'm just going to airdrop my
connection.
reference. Uh-oh.
Okay, good connection. Can y'all hear us?
So I just found this.
Skirts or?
Someone asked a dress shirt with a tie.
Okay.
So, and then I'll do skirts after. Dress shirt with a tie. So.
Maybe we should organize this just a little bit.
Sure. We'll do that. Yeah, thank you. I'm not very organized with my drawing.
Do you guys ever feel unmotivated to draw? Yes, absolutely. Usually by like 15, 20 minutes in, I'm enjoying it again. So sometimes I just force myself to do it, and then I get into it.
So let's analyze this reference, shall we? Dress shirts can be a bit difficult to draw because they have a lot of wrinkles. Now, this guy's just standing, which, you know, is kind of the quickest reference that I could find that has a dress shirt and a tie. So let's analyze this. So we notice a lot of tension folds in the shoulder area. That's a tension point. We see some folds from the chest. That's also a tension point. We see some compression around the sleeves, like here and here. All these little diamond shapes. Rin, I love listening to music while drawing. Same here. And then we see some kind of like little folds bunching up on the sides here. So once we analyze that, things are going to be a lot easier to do. So I'm going to erase this because this is atrocious. So now let's draw it. Now, dress shirts also are pretty form-fitting for some people. Like for some, it's kind of like baggier, but if it's like a really nice fit, it can really accentuate the male body very well.
Would you recommend drawing the head or the body first? I would recommend not to really change the subject, but I would recommend learning proportions so you can draw either first and know where they go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So then you can draw either of them without having to worry about which one you draw first.
So now I'm kind of thinking a little bit about gesture. I need another tissue. Why am I having a runny nose today?
I don't know. Here you go.
That's dirty.
Oh.
How do you know where compression folds normally form? So the more you draw close, it is. The more you draw close, I am obsessed with AI voices now. That's funny. So the more you draw close, sorry, I keep interrupting myself. The more you'll notice where certain folds will land. So most of the time, folds will always land in these areas. Compression folds specifically. There's going to be a lot of folds that happen here because it's the armpit. Hold up, I gotta blow my nose.
I hope that helps, Soul. Do we have any proportion videos?
We kind of do, yeah.
Kind of?
I think drawing the body or something.
How do you know where compression folds normally form?
They always form when there's excess. So usually they also appear down here, assuming the cloth is not like tucked in.
That's great, Rin.
What?
Christina is a very side quest person.
I know, I'm a very side quest. Oh my gosh, I so am.
All right, compression.
So you'll notice that anything that has like bagginess at the bottom typically appears around the sleeves, especially if it's a long sleeved shirt like this. There's going to be like other variations of this type of fold. Like for instance, for sweaters, as I mentioned here, we see it over here in the sleeves right here. We see a little bit of bunching over here, and we also see bunching usually at the bottom of the outfit.
Think of like at the bottom of the fabric if it bunches up.
Yeah.
So you could even think like sometimes the fabric will come down and then bunch up. Like if you have a cloth or whatever, it'll go like this, and then you'll get all those pieces in there, right? So the tension would be up here, and the compression would be down here. And then if you have, say, sleeves coming off of that, right, you have the tension and you have the compression right there. Mm-hmm. So that's basically how you think of it. Like at the bottom of the shirt, in areas where
there's like a pinch.
In areas where there's a pinch, you're bending the arm. That would be called like a half lock fold, where you get a little loop. We have a tutorial on the 7 basic folds. Would be really useful as well. Welcome, everybody new. Mitsubi, what's up? Can y'all draw shoes? Are you doing shoes today?
I mean, I could.
She could do shoes later.
Let me do... So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do this shirt, and then I'll move on to a bit of like skirts and pants maybe, and then maybe I'll do shoes. How does that sound? Hopefully I'll be able to do this all in time.
Canvas size. This one's 6,000 by 5,000 pixels. How do you chat in the Discord? Check the channel that says verify and hit the little green check mark at the bottom.
Ooh, this is a bad arm.
I drew an almost proportional hand on the first try.
Hey, sweet.
Awesome.
Proportions are so underrated.
Do you have a tutorial on shoes at all?
Kind of. I think I do. I think I do have something on shoes. Oh, that's the one with Bakugo with the clown shoes.
Oh, yeah. We have a TikTok on shoes if you want to check that out. Bakugo, he's like angry and has big shoes. That's the thumbnail.
Yeah.
How often do you go live? Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday.
So, mannequin. Remember, I always draw the mannequins first because we gotta put the clothes on the body, right?
Katsua, if you do not see the link on our profile, it is drawanimeacademy.com/TikTok. That's a direct link to our link on our profile. I have to go. See ya, Emil.
Oh, bye, Emil. Thank you for joining, as always. So here we have the collar. I'm just kind of analyzing the main components of a dress shirt. Usually it's the collar. And the collar is like a triangle, but also a cylinder. So basically what the collar looks like in another view is this. It's a cylinder that comes out.
You have
like
courses. That. Yes, we have a whole school. 7 different courses, all on the fundamentals. You can find out more on the link on our profile.
This is essentially what a collar looks like. So we basically just see kind of that happening in the front.
Yes, absolutely, Kai. Would thinner materials have more wrinkles than thicker ones?
Heck
You
yeah.
nailed it.
You nailed it. And that's exactly what I'm going to be going into soon. So you'll notice that the frequency of these folds is like a lot faster. So you'll notice that for thinner materials, it's going to look like this. But for thicker materials, it's going to look like this. Right.
Beginner courses. Yes, they're made for beginners, so they'll take you through the absolute basics. You can check it out on our website. It'll tell you absolutely everything about all the courses, so you can make an informed decision.
Yep. So you notice that. Oh, go ahead. Just go ahead.
Sorry. I'm just reading chat here.
Yeah,
Christina
no
draws, I read chat usually. If she has to read chat while she draws, she wouldn't get anything done.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't, because I'm a side quest girl. I'll say that from now on.
Well, it's hard to draw something that you're not looking at.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. Have you got any tutorials on anatomy? Yeah, check our profile. A lot of our older videos are on anatomy. Checking out your content.
We actually do have a torso.
Awesome, Zoe. Thank you. What Apple Pencil? Apple Pencil 2? I'm not sure.
I think it's Apple.
Brush? Rat Boy, there's a free download to the brush in the link on our profile, so you can go check that out. Bro sounds like Charlie. I do not know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Very pretty drawings.
Thank you. So at this point, I'm still, analyzing the pictures. I'm making sure that all my folds, especially for dress shirts, are more like diamond shapes and angular.
How do I get into VizDev or concept art with no experience?
Oh, boy.
You're going to have to learn art foundation. Take a bunch of classes, some mentorships. Will Weston has some good classes online. We actually just signed up for another one of his. He used to teach at Art Center College of Design, and he would teach a lot of the VizDev students.
Here we have nice folds coming from the chest.
Brainstorm School has good classes. CGMA. Look up online concept art classes.
Some compression.
Are the courses free? The courses are not free, but the lives are. So if you don't want to buy the courses, you can always come here for free lives. Lots of chat. Sorry, it's moving real fast, so I'm trying to get through these.
Compression. I'm going to add a little bit of compression in this area just because it's prettier.
Vander, it depends on how much you draw, but I would definitely think it's worth it getting a pressure activated pen.
Then we got the belt. So hopefully that this is helping whoever is struggling with dress shirts and ties.
Do dress shirts have more tension or compression? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. The folds happen more frequently, I should say.
Yeah, based on the material, since it's a little bit thinner and more crinkly, they tend to have a little bit more fold showing.
But that does not mean that the tension points is more frequent. They all happen in the same area. They just react differently. Like if you look at the sweater and the dress shirt, they all have a tension point up here and around the chest because that's where the cloth is being tugged from below. Same thing here and here and here. Right? But they all just look a little bit different.
Quiet, someone in the chat might be able to help you. Do you guys have any free art program recommendations? I know Krita is free for the computer.
Medibang is free.
Medibang, IBIS Paint, is that on the tablet?
I believe so.
So try those. Have either of you had... and the chat just zoomed. Hold on. I think it said something like, have either of you had professional character design jobs or whatever? Here it is. Have either of you had character design jobs? If so, how do you get them? I just finished art college. Build a portfolio. If your portfolio is good, you generally won't have a problem getting work as long as people are looking at it. So build a portfolio, put it up on something like ArtStation or even just a PDF, and you can send it out to companies who are hiring.
I feel like dress pants.
Since the art industry is portfolio based, you're going to probably have to network a lot. People want to know if you're cool or not before they hire you because you'll get sometimes people get someone on a 6-month contract and then they'll realize that they don't want to work with them. So people are very afraid to hire a lot of the time. Will this benefit me if I'm a self-taught artist? Zoe, will what benefit you? This stream? Absolutely. But I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Do you do body tutorials? Yes, Skylar. Go to our profile and we have a lot of body tutorials. Awesome, Kai. Super glad. Yep, no problem, Red Riot. Love dress shirts. I know, Alexia, me too. Any free art program recommendations? I might have already answered that one. Look about on Krita then, Quiet. So Krita. A lot of people swear by it. I've never used it. Do you usually start with grayscale and then color? Not necessarily.
If I'm feeling like I'm in a grayscale mood, then I do. But other times I'm not really in the mood. I just kind of start in color. But I'm thinking of grayscale in my brain.
Yeah, if you're starting in color, think, what does the grayscale look like? Because a really good quote that you might want to write down. Value is how we see the world. Color is how we feel about it. So if the values are off, it's harder to see. The colors mostly just inform your emotional state. Are you using a screen protector? Yes.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about pants.
Sketch to lower your opacity. No, she just presses lighter.
Yeah, I just press lighter. So I'm going to talk a little bit about shorts because, we're on the pants section. Actually, let me just look up a reference real quick on shorts. Why did I not do that? Shorts.
We generally don't do critiques or anything unless it's like a critique-specific stream.
Oh, let's do jeans.
What would you put on your portfolio? It depends what you want to get hired for. Ibis Paint isn't free on PC, and I'm getting pretty sick of going on Paint 3D. Yeah, I would definitely recommend trying Krita.
Jeans. I feel like a lot of people struggle with jeans.
I think it's a matte protector. Matte or paper-like.
Something like that.
It's from a brand called Pen Tips, P-E-N-T-I-P-S. I've never used another one, so I can't tell you if it's good compared to the others.
So jeans, I'm just kind of going a little bit off of what I want to do right now.
You have a Discord, yes.
Yes, we do.
Go check the link in our profile, and you can join it. Could you repeat your grayscale saying? I would like to write it down. Yes.
Okay.
It is, value is how we see the world, and color is how we feel about it. I did not make it up. I heard it somewhere. It was either Nathan Fowkes or Craig Mullins. I think it was Nathan Fowkes. He's a very high-level painter who's worked for DreamWorks for a really long time. M-A-T-T-E that time.
So I'm kind of looking at this reference here. This is jeans. And yeah, it's super cute. Unfortunately, it takes way too long for me to just airdrop the reference here. But anyways, so what I'm looking for here with jeans is all the stitching lines. So everybody can, not everybody, a lot of people can get really overwhelmed by the texture of jeans because it's like all these little dots, hard to see and it's hard to draw. So I would really recommend looking at these edges, all these little textures, these stitch lines that the pants create. That's like very, very much denim, right? It's very much jeans. I also really recommend looking at the seam lines, especially over here, because that's very characteristics of jeans as well, and also the texture of the cloth or the folds. So that's how I would go about it. So as you can see here, I'm already adding like little stitch lines on these jeans. I'm also adding a little bit of thickness to the cloth. Even these little belt hoops right there, I'm making sure that they actually look like this on the belt and not like this. This you do not want to do. This you want to do. The reason is because this is more like three-dimensional. So, and this is flat. Hype asks, how do I stop my hand smudging drawing on hand smudging / drawing on the iPad? When drawing on the iPad, I guess.
Turn off touch. It'll be somewhere in your settings up here. Prefs. Probably gesture control, smudge, touch. Turn this off. So gesture control, smudge, turn that off. And I just turn all of these off because I don't like my hand accidentally doing stuff.
Unless you mean like your hand oil smudges on the iPad, then...
Yeah, unless you mean that, in which case... wear gloves and wash your hands a lot.
Yeah, I need to wash my hands more often. That's not very hygienic to say. Anyways, so most of the folds will appear around the crotch area, and these will also be very kind of thicker as well. So not a lot of folds up at the top, but more folds towards the crotch area, and also seam lines. And the seam lines will also radiate, or will also, move along with the fold. So you'll also notice that the seam lines kind of bend back and forth, right?
How long have you been drawing?
Drawing for years.
Long time.
Long time.
Whole life.
Whole life, yes. But that's okay. If you are just starting and you feel like, oh, is it too late for me to start? It's not too late to start. Colin has a lot of buddies that have, started in their 30s and they're professional artists now. So now these look a lot more like jeans because we added the little specific things that make it look like jeans without adding too much of the texture. There. That looks pretty good. So feel free to ask any other questions while I'm doodling this. There we go. So now what do I do? Oh, shoes. That's right.
How do you draw hoodies? Actually, she draws a hoodie in one of our videos. Can't draw clothes. It's an old video. It has 1.8 million views. So if you look for that on our TikTok, she actually does a hoodie in that one.
Yes, I do. I need a...
But it would be very similar to this. You could actually probably just add a hood.
Yeah, I actually will. Basically, it's like a sweater. And essentially, all you have to do is just add this like little triangular thing right around the neck. Like that. I'm just going to shade this in real quick because it's easier to do that. Wait, I need to make sure this is on a separate layer.
That's on a separate layer.
Okay, that is on a separate layer. Okay.
Your account is so helpful, OMG.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you find it helpful.
Discord link isn't working for me. Someone in the chat might be able to help you. You may have to copy, paste it into your browser. And something about press the 3 dots. I don't remember. Can someone help?
Can someone help with that? People who, OGs, you guys know.
Thank you for the roses.
Yeah, thank you.
Pajamas. That's
so cute. This is essentially how you would draw a hoodie. It's like, this is what the hoodie looks like. They come in towards the center. They kind of bulge out at the back, and then they have drawstrings like this. So you could just draw the drawstrings underneath or over. Doesn't really matter. I think underneath is usually where they are. And then, actually, I want one side shorter because it's prettier, maybe. And then pockets usually are around the bottom.
Yep. A hoodie's basically just thick cloth with a couple of extra shapes.
Yes.
Vio says, make sure Discord is open first. Sometimes if Discord hasn't been used, it only boots up the app.
Thank you, Vio.
How would you draw a hoodie over a head? Mine always look like they are being submerged.
Oh, so hoodies overhead. I struggle with that too, to be honest. So I would try my best to do that.
Probably need to find a reference.
I need to find a reference for it. So maybe I'll add it at the little corner right there.
It was that easy.
It was that easy.
You got a tutorial on how to draw leggings and shorts.
Leggings and shorts. Okay,
It's not a bad idea. Do you want to write that down?
Okay, I'll write that down.
We haven't made one, like on your notes of what to do for a future TikTok.
Oh, okay, sure. Shorts and leggings?
We have a couple of tutorials for folds on our TikTok. We have a carousel with Anya teaching the 7 basic folds, and then we have a couple of other clothing drawing videos as well. On YouTube, I don't think any folds or clothing videos, but that's a really good idea. Awesome, Star. Glad it was helpful. Did you go to art school? Yes, I went to a school for concept art back in 2015-16 called FZD School of Design. It's basically an industrial design school. And then I worked professionally on theme parks for a little while. And then I went to Art Center for 2 terms. And I worked on video games for the next number of years. And then started teaching full-time for a couple of years after that. But yes. And lots of classes online. McDonald's or Burger King? I have not had any. I've not had either for many years.
So hoodies, draw the head first of all, because the hoodie actually gives a lot of cushion room. So typically the shape of a hoodie is, it gets a little bit sharper at the top, and then it flows down like this. So it creates like this like triangular shape like that, and it overlaps the head quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. Alexia says, what video games did you work on, Colton? So I was a freelancer, so I worked on a lot of different games. I worked on Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I worked on PUBG, Guild Wars 2. I worked on the second game in the Ender Lilies series. I don't even remember at this point. There's so many projects.
Anthem?
Anthem, that EA game that didn't succeed. I worked on that one for a really long time. A bunch of theme parks. I worked on a Mattel theme park. I don't remember. You work on so many different projects, you forget.
Yeah. What online classes do you recommend?
Okay, so it depends on what you want to learn, I would say.
Yeah.
So if you can let us know what you want to learn, then that would be really helpful. Are you two artists doing a collab, or are you sharing an account? It's my first time seeing you guys. So we're married. We run Anime Academy together. We're both artists. Christina is more of a character artist. I'm more of an environment and background artist. We have a school that we co-taught online that's self-paced. We have published two books. Here's number 1. Here's number 2. And we just want to help the community and teach people how to draw and have a good time and hang out.
Hoodie.
Yeah, Kayla worked on PUBG. I worked on the Destan map. I was one of the concept artists that was visualizing that map that they built, like the flooded one that takes place in, like, I think, unless they changed it, it was like supposed to be Houston after like global warming, and it was flooded, and there's like wind turbines and solar panels and stuff.
Can you draw high, low bustle skirt? I don't know what that is.
I want to learn character art. What kind of character art? Like, for like video games, for movies, do you want to draw them? Do you want to do animation? I would recommend, I mean, it really depends. Like, you can check out our school if you want on drawanimeacademy.com. We teach anatomy, clothing, character design, all that kind of stuff. Other than that, there's like Brainstorm School. These classes right here on this website will run you probably like $600 to $1,000 each. There's CGMA, which is a online course website. There's Schoolism.
Danny, try airdrop.
There's ours, Anime Art School. So you can take a screenshot of that and look them up.
Schoolism's great.
You have concept books. On my shelf, yeah, I have a lot of them.
Christina, do you do commissions? No, I don't. I do sometimes, but like it's just kind of like when I feel like it.
It's very rare, and it's also expensive.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any tips for finding your own art style? Study foundation. So your art style is going to emerge based on what you naturally want to do, but learning foundation is going to make any art style you choose look really good. I want to draw more Lorraine, Mitsubi says. Do you have your own concept books? I have concept books of games that I worked on. In video games, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of concept art created, and only a very few number of those concept artworks ever get released to the public. They're all under NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, because it's intellectual copyrights for the games. So most people never get their artwork released, really. And I've never worked in a studio. I always stayed a freelancer. Whenever I got a job offer for a studio, I turned it down because I liked freelance. And I wanted to start Anime Academy.
I want to do shoes next. So I'm going to ask how to draw a high, low bustle skirt. I'm not sure what that is, but the best reference that I found was something like this. Let me know if that's the one.
What were you going to draw again? I forget.
Shoes.
Skirts.
Skirts. Oh,
Skirts
that's right.
was the thing.
Oh man, I'm so off topic, or not off topic. I'm just so over everywhere. Anyways, so skirts.
Concept books are made of
shoes
art that are made from a whole bunch of different artists, and usually they're mostly in-house artists. Like in-house meaning they work in the studio itself. So like if EA is making a game, EA has a bunch of artists, and most of those artists are the ones featured in their art books. Is it possible to just learn all the VizDev stuff from online so I don't have to go to university? Absolutely. Right now is one of the best times in all of history to learn art without going to university. You're going to have to be pretty self-motivated and reach out to people for like mentorships and stuff. There's actually some really good VizDev classes on Schoolism as well.
When you're drawing a skirt, think of a cone. I'm kind of just like teaching while you're talking as well. So I always think of skirts like a cone. This can also do well for really nice flowy dresses, but for now for skirts, it's a lot shorter material, so we're doing that.
Ceiling. Opinion on AI art. I don't use it. I wish it didn't exist. I'm not like going on a rampage and mad. I like drawing because I like the act of creating. but it's not going away. So whatever. I can still draw and enjoy myself.
Pleated skirt.
A low, high bustle skirt has so many folds, I don't know where to start when drawing it. You're going to likely want to start with the masses. The large masses, you're going to want to simplify.
So if I were to draw a high, low bustle skirt, I think the reference that I have is what you're talking about. It's kind of like this.
I keep clicking your phone off.
It's okay.
It's because it's on the side.
It's on the side.
Where I pick it up at. So first off, the first thing we would do is analyze the reference, right? So we see compression folds right here. Lot of compression folds. We see a drop fold on each side and a diaper fold in the middle. So you're going to break it down based on the shapes. These are all tension going down the side, like kind of pipe folds. These are compression folds in the middle. These are drop folds on the side. So you would break it down. You'd draw the main mass. You'd isolate out the different areas. And then you would draw the individual types of folds as they show up.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that first.
Yes.
Instead of jumping in too fast.
Oh, no, it's all good. And in fact, I'm really glad that you mentioned it because it saves me a lot of that time. So if I were to draw the high, low bustle skirt, I'm just going to add legs. Or low, high, whatever it is. I would first, also think about the shape that it creates. So I noticed that it's short in the front, low in the back. And there's generally like a little cape in the back here. So it creates this kind of like trapezoidal shape over the body or over the legs. And when I think of this in the most basic form, it feels a lot easier to do. I need to actually lower this because now I made the hips too high or too tall. So now I think, okay, where's the belt? This is the belt where the skirt, kind of hangs off from. This is where we see a lot of compression. Here we see seam lines. We see a drape, like this kind of curved line right here. And then let's focus on the upper part. So if I look at this, basically the main shape that these create are like these little diamond shapes. Because I kind of think of it like the cloth looks like this, like you're holding it like this outward, and then you're bending it. And then the bending, if you're like, pushing it towards the center, it's going to bunch up like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to write one more name on here.
Go ahead. Drawing America?
There you go. So you can take a screenshot of that. There's a bunch of good art classes on there. You can check them out. Do you ever think about making your own game? Maybe someday.
I always imagined making like a cute the ultimate cozy game someday, but we'll have to wait for that. So a lot of these folds will be tugged by both of these seam lines right here. A lot of these folds will also have this little space on the inside. Oh, you had a coffee in there the whole time? Well, that's a nice little surprise. So there, we can simplify it like that. There's also more folds kind of coming off from this other side right here. Here is a kind of a diaper fold. So that means we have like a little pipe fold on the sides here. And then another fold here. So it kind of looks like a diaper fold.
Yep. So I don't know who, Barry? I don't know if you're still here, but you see how it's kind of broken up in stages, right? It's like analyzing the reference or analyzing what's going on. And so it's not that the reference is at this angle. We could pretty much draw this type of, what is it called? A skirt?
Yeah.
From any angle because we're thinking about the three-dimensional forms as well.
Then here is a seam line down here. This was where this kind of skirt kind of bunches up a little bit. And then the rest of the pipe fold or rest of the drape folds or drop folds flow down here. And then you'll see the back.
Mm-hmm. So it's really a combination of a bunch of folds, right? You've got pipe folds down here. You've got drop folds right here, which are like the swirly ones that look like this. We've got diaper fold right here. We've got zigzag right here. And then a couple of like combinations of them throughout, but that's the main stuff. So if you focus on learning the 7 basic folds and do a bunch of studies and how they combine, that'll help you a lot with drawing clothing and stuff.
What I think is very interesting is that every type of clothing has some form of these, like, folds one way or another. Like, this has compression, zigzag folds like this. This has some form of diaper fold in the center right here. It's just more subtle. Pipe folds down here. It's compression folds down here. So it's all just the same, which is very relieving.
Thank you for the follow, Cloud Gaming and Trinity and Nadriana. I hope I said that right. Yep, if you're new, we go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Tomorrow's going to be an OC drawing stream. So there's a channel in the Discord server where you're going to be able to post your OCs in, and they will be drawn live on stream if you get picked. There's usually a lot of OCs that get posted, so
I just pick
you
what I
may not
want.
get picked, but you definitely won't get picked if you don't share it. Wait, what are diaper folds again? Diaper folds have two
Tension points.
tension points, and it swings down like that. And so those would be pipe folds on the end, and then the diaper fold would be in the middle. So they tend to have this kind of swooping, and they come out and in and out and in like that. So they're pipes like this. So the way that you would render it is like this. They would be pipes, so they would be rendered like cylinders. No, I'm good. So they'd be rendered like cylinders. Like that. And like this. And like this. And then this would be the lit side. This would be the shadow side. And then lit and shadow and so on. So that's a pipe fold.
No worries, Arrow. Have a good day.
Yep, all good. Good to see ya. Are you also an animator? I do not have any animation experience.
By Drawing Quest, do you have a specific time you go live? Usually 1:30 to 2 p.m., around that time?
Yeah, generally 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, so California time.
Here, you kind of doodle that.
I'll grab your phone.
Oh, okay, thank you. Now, I kind of want to cover a little bit on shoes. Shoes are tricky because if you draw them wrong, not to say that there's a right or wrong way to draw them, but essentially if you don't get the proportions right, they'll kind of look like clown shoes because they will look too big on your feet. So a lot of things that I like to do when I draw shoes. At what age did you start drawing?
Like 3.
Like 4 or 3. Hi, hearts for you. So when I draw shoes, I actually combine the foot and the shoe together, just so I don't like make it too big accidentally. Like, yeah, you could definitely draw the foot first and then draw the shoe on top. But the thing is with shoes is that they actually add like height and thickness to the foot. So sometimes you might end up, accidentally drawing too thick of shoes like this, which is totally fine. That's why chunky shoes are so aesthetic. But if you want to draw like regular sneakers, sometimes I just like to combine the forms together. It just makes it easier for me, personally. In fact, when you think of shoes, think of it kind of like a box with a rounded tip at the front. Thank you for the fan, Colton.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for existing. Thank you, Big Toe. So then when I look at sneakers, hold on, I'm just going to try to find a good sneaker reference. Maybe I'll do this.
TikTok is mysterious in its ways.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of like the chill streams with less people more, but obviously you have to take advantage of when the stream blows up and there's 300-something viewers.
Yeah.
This is where I'm most comfortable.
Me too.
With regulars, a couple new people trickle in, we hang out, we chat, we get more one-on-one attention.
Yes.
Toe fungus, hello. But sometimes TikTok dumps 300 people in here and we can't control it. So
yeah, we can't.
Apologies if regulars
were ignored.
You get ignored. You can always just chat with us in the Discord server. Colton, when I'm done doing my work, can I show you? I generally don't look at like people's work one-on-one. I have a mentorship program that I have on my own personal website. I don't advertise it on here at all because it's for concept art and not for anime drawing. But if unfortunately, if I look at everybody's work and give critiques, I don't have any time to do my own drawing or work on our school or business. So, sorry about that. But that's just the way it is.
Well, this is what usually happens. Critiques are, especially from like professionals, takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
The reason is because we explain a lot more stuff that, beginners, or I shouldn't say beginners, but just people who just like don't understand. Oh, how do I say? Critiques they aren't just like, oh, here's what's this wrong, here's that wrong. It's like we give the critiques as if they were going to become like a professional. So that's how we give critiques. And they're kind of expensive.
Long story short, I charge $125 an hour for mentorships.
Yeah.
So everything that I give for our anime art school is for totally free. But if I do one-on-one mentorships, that's what I've been charging for years. And lots of people take it.
You're a very good salesman.
No, it's just...
Yeah, no, I know.
Become pros.
Yeah. I'm kind of just thinking about what the shape of the foot is, because it's kind of messed. I'm kind of messing up. Whatever. And also, the majority of the time as well, some people may never follow the critique because it's kind of just an option. And it just kind of is like, well, not that it's a waste of time or anything. We love giving critiques. It's just we do it on our own terms. It's kind of like that.
Yep, I can see the worm I drew.
Ugh, I don't like this shoe. This shoe
funny.
sucks. I need a better reference. All I see are just sneakers with no feet attached to it. I'm like kind of annoyed.
There's some.
They're where? Oh, that? Sorry, I'm blind. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's perfect. I like chiller streams too. Makes you feel more relaxed.
If we have like a 3-hour long stream with a whole bunch of people, it gets really exhausting.
Yeah, I can. When it's just you guys, and y'all just kind of just chill and chat, it's like, we just tell random stories and whatnot.
So what is everybody up to today, now that it's pretty much just the regulars here? How y'all doing? If you're new, let me know as well. We'll say hi. You should stream in the voice chat too. Sometimes I probably will. Our other Discord server has this like stage thing. I don't know if your server needs to be boosted or not, but that would be really cool to get in our server. 1 a.m. I'm craving tuna, trying to fix my potato iPad. I'm drawing and chatting with some longtime friends.
Nice.
Tomorrow I'm going to my aunt to go on the water slide. Nice.
Whoa, water slide.
Thinking of drawing Miki. Don't think about it.
Just do it. And draw my character.
And draw Christina's character. But more importantly, Miki.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Tomorrow I'll go to water slide. Awesome. In bed. Redrawing my art from 4 years ago, and I've improved a lot. Awesome. Show progress before and after. I'm on vacation in Las Vegas. Awesome.
Ooh, Las Vegas. We went to Vegas the other summer.
Last year.
That was last year. It's crazy.
Just started drawing anime from the book, and so far I got a long way to learn it. That's awesome. Good luck. Ganbatte.
Ganbatte. Okay, this shoe's looking a little bit better, but I still don't like it. But whatever. I'm just going to roll
Lemonade
with it.
Scented is new. Are you new today? I'm pretty sure you are, right?
I never heard of their username, so...
Maybe you're a lurker and you just started chat today, or... Kind of new here, but I love your account. Awesome,
Yay.
Cat's Pajamas. I love your username.
I love Cat's Pajamas.
Make sure you join the Discord server. We hang out there a lot and chat and stuff. It's really fun. Hello, I'm new in uni last year of animation honors degree. Awesome.
Oh, sweet.
Share some of your animations in the Discord server if you want to join it. It's pretty fun. We keep swearing to a minimum. It's a really nice server. It's supportive. I don't really allow any mean comments and stuff because I don't want to deal with an annoying community that's mean.
Yeah.
I have great references for shoes. Yes, I'm new. Awesome. Craving McDonald's. Anyone else? Nice shoes. Awesome. Picked up drawing again after 10 years.
Wow, that's great.
Mel, awesome. Just found this account recently as well. Am I doing a better job not sounding like AI with comments today?
I think you are.
VO, am I doing a better job not sounding like AI today? Hi, I'm new. Just wanted tips for exaggerating dynamic gestures. Well, you are in luck because I'll give you some pages from our book that you can screenshot.
You know what's funny? Now that there's only 60, 50 people here, it feels like a lot quieter.
So, which ones?
Which one? Sorry.
Here's some Here's a page on exaggerating gestures. You want to screenshot that. That'll help probably. So this is helping exaggerating, pushing poses. This one's the page on pushing poses like that. So that should help. Where's the link to Discord? I'd love to join. Cat's Pajamas, it's on our profile. So if you click the link on our profile, there will be a Discord invite. So yeah, there's that. And that should be pretty good.
Cute little Mickey shoe.
If you can't find it, Cat's Pajamas, go ahead and send us a direct message on TikTok. And ask for the Discord link, and I'll just send it to you. And then remember, once you get into the Discord server, you have to go to the Verify channel and click that little check mark. And yes, it's normal that it will delete your little check mark that you add, the little emoji. I had someone set up our Discord server with verification so we don't get bot spams as much. We haven't had one yet. Our other Discord server had some. Not like a raid, just someone's account getting hacked.
Low-key, I kind of want to draw Naomi.
I prefer to draw anime, but I struggle so much and my lecturers hate when I do anime animations. I think it's one of the best times in all of history to get into anime stuff because anime has gone popular culture. It is mainstream. So I think anime studios are going to be starting all over the world, and it is absolutely not going away. You got Netflix making anime. You got video games like Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Like, it's only getting more popular. Everybody knows what anime is now. Even my grandparents, they're in their 80s. And if you have good foundation, you don't have to draw anime. You can draw either or.
What else should I draw?
That's just my opinion on it. Mm-hmm. And I am a college professor. Well, I haven't taught in a college as a professor, but I'm at the level where I've taught as much as a college professor.
The gesture pages look so cool and full. Yeah, no problem, Pod. Wish was all of those. Yeah, they were drawn today.
Yep. Sazuno. Wait, Sazuno, were you the one that was born on February 14th? Or is that someone else? Or is that the October 1st one? I don't remember. I read through the introduction channel, by the way. So if you want to introduce yourselves, I read them.
We'll be like, oh, who's this? Oh, okay. Anime is killing it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I should draw.
I think anime is one of the best forms of like storytelling medium. February 20th. Oh, nice. Yes, I'm a Valentine's Day person. It was me. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
See, I'm remembering.
Yeah, you are remembering.
I'm making a really big effort to remember details about people in the community. Some people low-key judge me when I tell them I draw anime, but I've learned to take pride in it.
Yay.
Yes, I'm sure they would much rather you be in a career that you hate and don't like at all.
I know.
It would be a much better deal.
You're it's weird.
I share a birthday with Trump. That's funny.
It's funny.
Do ribbons and views count for clothing? Views? Not sure what that is. Is that a typo? Maybe dresses?
I like ribbons. Dresses would be cute.
Making a manga is a good idea. I have ideas, but I'm learning to put them on paper. Yes, we live in the day and age where you can make a webcomic online for free at no cost to you, and if a whole bunch of people read it, you can make a living off of it. It's the same with YouTube. I made a new YouTube channel, uploaded one video, it blew up, it got our channel monetized, and made like $200. It was our first video on our YouTube channel.
Oh, wow. I'm trying to look up some dresses because I feel like I'm in the dress mood. Trying to find...
I meant bows. Oh, ribbons and bows.
Oh, ribbons and bows. Heck yeah, they would be considered clothing. They're basically everywhere.
Ribbons are actually the secret to drawing any clothing.
Yes. So I think one of the really nice exercises to do with ribbons is draw a random line and turn that into a ribbon. So what that means is you start and then you're like, okay, maybe I'll twist the ribbon here. And maybe I'll make it a little bit thicker on this side and twist it around. Maybe go like that. And all of a sudden, it looks like a ribbon. Why do I feel kind of brain rotty today? And then you got a ribbon. And then after that, you can just shade it. So shade anywhere that is being flipped and kind of going towards the light or whatever, wherever the light is.
How do you guys feel about Region Arataka? I don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
So we're probably not going to have as long of a stream today. And we're going to hop on a little bit early tomorrow because we got some family coming over for a birthday meal. So we'll probably hop on around 12 tomorrow instead.
Yeah.
Of the usual like 1:30 or 2 on Saturdays.
Nice ribbon. I hope that we can do a pretty decently length stream because it's OC day. And I like doing OCs and I like taking my time on it and it's fun to do. So I hope that we can at least put go for a couple hours.
I've been working on a story for my webcomic. The story is finished. I just need to make the art now. That's awesome.
Wow, awesome.
You said you watched Mob Psycho. No, I haven't seen Mob Psycho. I've seen like a couple episodes of it a long time ago. Have you watched Inside Out movie? I have not. What time is it for EST? Probably 3 hours later. So I'm guessing it would probably be around 3 p.m. EST. What time is it over there on EST right now? Because it's 3:18 here. I'm asking them.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking me. Okay, I want to draw this dress.
6:18, so it should be around 3. Let's just count on us going live between 3 and 4. Do you guys draw mythological creatures?
Not really.
Hard to find artists or schools for that.
Tara Whitlatch.
Yeah, Tara Whitlatch is really good for that. Mythical creatures goes into creature design. I have a buddy who has a TikTok. He hasn't uploaded in a super long time, but he draws creatures for Dungeons and Dragons miniatures. He actually runs a business that 3D prints them. His name's Austin Batchelor. I'll write his name really quick.
Okay,
if you want to go follow him, he's supposed to be uploading on TikTok more.
Make sure it's on a different layer. Okay, it's on a different layer.
He has a TikTok. So he does creature design.
Aw, Shannon.
What? No, I'm going to join your live tomorrow. I'm going to be at my aunt's.
It's okay.
Little People in Your Head is Emotions. Oh, the movie.
That's right. Inside Out.
I need to go to Barnes & Noble to
Ooh.
buy a manga. Good luck.
Nice.
Mitsubi. Thank you for the fan arts as well.
Yes.
I love them. I was actually thinking about getting our fan arts like printed.
I want to get
people
them.
make and put on our wall.
Yeah, I want to put them on our wall too.
Dungeons and Dragons is so much fun. Yeah, D&D is really fun.
What am I doing? Okay.
Awesome, Sazuno. We always love it when you tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got kind of zonked out recently because we went live so much for so long. It was fun, but streams that have hundreds of people on them are really tiring. Which anime is your favorite? Man, I don't know, honestly. The one that I got the most into was probably Attack on Titan, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I really like Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter's great.
Until Gon goes bananas.
Yeah, I never liked that part. We just pretend that doesn't exist.
I think Heaven's Arena is probably one of my favorite
love
arcs
that one.
in all of anime.
Who should I do fan art for?
Have you guys seen Demon Slayer?
Do fan art for me? I'm kidding.
Me.
Do whatever you want, Tofungus.
Have you guys seen Demon Slayer? The first couple seasons, yeah. I love Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is so good. Nanika is cool. Hisoka's cool. Everybody's cool.
By the way, Tofungus, I really liked your Ray fan art. It was so good. I still have it, and every time I look at it, I just smile.
Yeah, it is understandable. The only thing I thought was not understandable is that Gon switches from being an athletic type with a fishing pole to a puncher, even though he's like 3 feet tall.
I never understood. And they clearly said that there was like some plot holes with it in the actual like anime. They're like, oh, it's too slow. People are gonna attack you before it ever.
I just don't see a 3 foot tall skinny boy doing punches for an attack.
Yeah.
I loved his fishing pole. I thought it was really unique and interesting.
If I had a project and I were to promote it in the Discord, is that allowed?
Project and I were to promote it. Like, are you selling something? Probably not with selling. It just depends. We were thinking about making a commissions channel. But it's not on like the urgent to-do list due to so many people always complaining about being broke. I don't think anybody would hire anybody anyways. But
yeah,
I'd
true.
like to make one at some point. Hisoka was a weird character. Oh, yeah.
Hisoka's funny, though.
Bungie Go.
The thing is, what's interesting about Hisoka is that he's weird, and he's kind of like evil at the same time, but there's some times where he does pull through.
How did you guys decide to do art as a career instead of keeping it a hobby? I was choosing between being a writer or an artist when I was in high school, and art won because I found a really cool YouTube channel and I found out about concept art in the game industry. And I really didn't know what I was going to do otherwise. And I figured I'll work really hard at it, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just do something else. No risk. For beginner artists, what do you recommend if they were to make their first commission? If you're a beginner artist, I probably wouldn't do commissions. But if you got people wanting to hire you, just throw out a number. If you're talking about how much to charge. What was your favorite arc? Oh, Greed Island was really good. Heaven's Arena was really good. The very first arc with the Hunter exam, that was really good.
I liked it when Killua was like, he had to show like he was an actual assassin from the Zoldyck family.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really cool.
Probably Heaven's Arena. It's like the Tenkaichi tournament in Dragon Ball. It was just so good.
I love tournament type animes. That's like one of the best tropes, in my opinion.
Greed Island was when they went into the video game. There was a big auction that was going on. And the spiders attacked the city, and then they went into the video game. I read one of the Zelda books and seen the concept art for Link from Breath of the Wild. Awesome.
Oh.
Just clicked, like, that's what I want to do. Yep. And if it doesn't work out, like, you just do something else.
Well, I didn't know that I could actually do art as a career until I met Colton. So I was actually intending to keep it as a hobby for a while because I didn't know what else to do. And I mean, I wasn't going to give up art. And then when Colton was like, oh, you can actually become an artist. And I'm like, oh, well, that's actually possible. Well, okay, then I'll do that.
Well, the reason that Christina has really strong foundation is because she was going to do concept art. But then our teaching careers online blew up.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing that because, honestly, it's more fun.
I think it's more fun, too.
I liked concept art, don't get me wrong, but I did it for years, and I kind of got my satisfaction out of it, and I think that running communities and teaching is much more fulfilling for me. All right, I'm back. Which manga should I get from Barnes & Noble? Mitsubi says.
Oh.
Our manga. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, what kind of topic are you thinking about? Like, what kind of genre?
Yeah, what do you like? I'm pursuing art as a tattoo artist. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Majoring in illustration, minoring in creative writing. That's great. Yeah, art is one of those things that's completely portfolio driven. If your art is good, you can get work. You can make a living. Just any manga.
Any manga.
I don't read manga, so I can't help.
I don't know. I haven't.
Are there any suggestions in the chat of what manga Mitsubi should get? I'm trying to draw a boy for OC stream. I know friends who go to art school and they started to hate it because of the classes. That's funny.
That's funny.
I mean, that's horrible. Like, funny that's not good.
Yeah. Like, when we say funny, it doesn't mean like it's actually funny. Sometimes it's like
funny as in painful.
Yeah.
I don't read manga either, unfortunately. Someone says.
What? Ooh.
All right, Mitsubi, suggestions are coming up. Blue Lock is a good manga.
I knew someone was going to say Blue Lock. It's going to be one of those mainstream ones. I heard that Blue Lock was pretty cool. Was Blue Lock the one, Blue Lock's the, either the art one or the soccer one, right? I think that's the soccer one. Sports anime. Sports manga.
Concept art is just illustration for internal information purposes. Free Ren. Mitsubi get Apothecary Diaries. Really competitive at my art school, but I'm just there for the community and vibes. Yeah, art is just generally competitive overall. How do you choose colors so effortlessly? Lots of practice and color theory understanding of like warm and cool temperatures.
Yes. Well, I just like look at this reference and I'm thinking, okay, this looks kind of like a neutral blue to me, like not too cool like this and not too warm like this, somewhere in the middle. And it looks to me that it's kind of like a medium tone, so it's not going to be super bright, it's not going to be super dark, it's going to be in the middle. And then the saturation is like a little bit paler. So if I were to just draw right on top of the image like this, it's pretty close. Maybe it can be a little bit more cyan.
Yeah, you have to understand why the colors are there.
Yeah.
She's got a blue dress underneath of like
Sunlight.
white see-through.
Yeah.
See? It's like she's got blue underneath of, if you look down here, I don't have the right.
Sazuna says, I wanted to major in art, but my mom would not approve of it.
That's what Christina's parents were like. They wanted her to
be a doctor.
Be a doctor, but she just did art anyways. And then they eventually were just like, okay, whatever.
So the thing is, the reason for the lack of like approval isn't because they don't think you can do it. It's because they don't really understand it. That's what I've learned. It's usually because they don't think that it can be a viable option.
So yeah, I think that's Matt. If you always change your usernames, we may not recognize you, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not because we don't know you.
It's because we don't recognize the new names.
People will change their profile pictures and their usernames and then be upset that we don't know who they are. I have more I want to say about college, but I'm a yapper, so I'll tell you on the Discord. All right. Would have to use Procreate. I thought it was a white dress. It is a white dress over top of like a blue, something blue, it looks like. But she's, I think, just making it kind of light blue.
I actually interpret it as a blue dress.
Yeah, see?
Because, like, of the...
White, see-through, blue underneath.
Okay.
So she's got some... Or maybe it's like a multi-dress where there's a blue fabric and a white fabric
That's
over. That's
probably it. Because I'm looking at the sleeves as well. They're more like a bluish...
But the sleeves are just this white see-through material. The blue is from the sky.
Okay. Well, I misinterpreted that.
I would do anything to own that dress.
Oh, well. That's just
it's me,
super
Matt.
cute.
Okay. Art major, graduating next year.
Nice. I actually want this to be a warmer yellow, a warmer tone here.
The faster you learn the fundamentals, the faster you'll be a professional artist. I'll just say that.
What I did to help my dad understand the art industry was I showed a lot of things videos and made him listen to the podcast just because it's like it's easier for a professional artist to say yes, you can actually make a living.
Yeah.
Than to say, oh, I want to be an artist, because parents want
a lot of the time will be afraid that their kids won't be able to make enough money.
Yeah.
One of my classmates that I went to school with does concept art. He made like $500,000 working last year as a freelance concept artist. And then the year before, he made like the same. Freelance concept art rates can be like $600 to $800 a day, and people juggle multiple jobs, so they'll literally make like $1,500 a day doing concept art if you're good. It's one of the higher paid jobs in the game industry. I think the highest rate that I worked at, I don't know, maybe came out to about $800 a day. It's different with freelance because the faster you are, the more you get paid. Say you get $4,000 for a painting that you can get done in 4 days. Then that comes out to $4,000 or $1,000 a day. But if you're slow, then it takes longer. And jobs will differ. Some people will charge day rates and some people will charge for a piece. So the faster you are, the more you'll make.
Efficiency.
Yeah, he lives in Seoul. He has a house on Jeju, and he has an apartment in the middle of Seoul. And he goes and eats Korean barbecue all the time and goes fishing in the ocean by hand and catches sea urchins and eats them and squiddies.
Man, that's a life right there.
Yeah, David. Yeah, he has a house on Jeju. He's from Sweden originally. I went to school with him. He got married and moved to Korea because his wife's Korean. And yeah, he just hangs out. He's really good. He's one of the main concept artists on World of Warcraft.
kind of liking these colors. I need to add a bit more orange.
It's not the norm. He's more of an exception, but the norm is people usually make more than like $100K a year if they're decent concept artists and they do freelance.
Art is so good. Oh, thank you, Bug. It takes a lot of practice. I think you can do it if you practiced.
I thought the dress was white. Yeah, I think the dress has blue and white. There's like 2 layers of fabric. One of them is white on top and see-through, and one of them is blue below. I think she's just simplified it into being blue.
It is easier.
All right, Mitsubi, have a good one.
Bye,
What manga did you buy?
Let's hope that she's still here. I like this really nice yellow in the dress.
Catch Pajama says, the way you made this so effortlessly.
Oh, I love drawing dresses, so anything that is a dress, I would just be like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Zishio. The great thing about art is you can interpret and draw it however you want. Yeah, people won't understand that, and they'll come in here and they'll be like, why is her bust bigger? Why did you draw the head like this?
Yeah, I know. It's okay, though.
You can do what you want.
Yeah, because I can interpret it however I want,
That's why some people probably don't enjoy art very much. It's because they are afraid to do what they want. How would you recommend layering your art? I think she's drawing on 1 layer.
It really just depends on how you want to work. So if I'm working on like an illustration or something that has a lot of layers, I always lay it out with sketch. Well, let me think. So I always do sketch first. So let's just say this is the bottom of my layer. Then I do like my line art. Then I drop the sketch all the way at the bottom.
Why is this still playing?
And then this is where I put all my colors. So I always like doing hair because hair as like my top color layer, then skin, then eyes, then like small things like accessories, different parts of cloth, like if it's like a white part of the cloth, I want it separate. If it's dark part of the cloth, I want it separate, but just clothes. So the reason why I work in this kind of layer mode for like more complex illustrations like this is because hair for me is the most complicated thing to draw. And not only that, but the skin is going to be underneath of the hair. So I might as well just do the complicated one first and then do skin because skin's easier to like color. Eyes as well. It really just depends on how you want to work though. Some people just only work on 1 layer. But sometimes you might want a bit of a process to make things a lot more organized. So this is how I like to lay my things out. Actually, eyes should be on top of skin. What am I thinking? Eyes is on top of skin. Accessories, I always like to draw the little things first so I don't have to color them later. So that's why I do them on top of the clothes itself. But it just depends on how complex your piece is. Like this is all in 1 layer because I just feel like putting it all in 1 layer, if that makes sense. Procreate only gives you 4 layers. Not true, actually. There's actually a layer limit.
Potentially on the phone.
Potentially on the phone, though, yeah, actually.
But there's like 30 layers. Or the
light version.
Was there 30 layers?
So
I don't remember.
Depending on the size of your canvas, like you'll see that 30 layers available. If I move it up, now you'll start seeing that there's 22, 20, 19 layers
right
available.
There, I didn't know that.
So if you only have like 4 layers available, it's either you may be drawing giant or you have like the light version.
I didn't know that thing about it tells you how many layers.
Well, there are times where I accidentally use too many layers. I'm like, oh crap, I reached the limit. So that's how I found out. So
I pretty much always just draw on 1 layer or 2 layers, so I didn't really realize that. On the iPad, at least.
But yeah, once again, it just really depends on how you want to work.
I had a client the other year. It was for a Mattel project for a theme park, and the Photoshop file they sent me had over 700 layers, and I had to keep all of them intact. So I had to paint an image where literally every single thing in the entire image was separated out, and there was over 700 layers. I think it was close to 800.
My goodness.
But you got to do what you got to do for client work. That single painting paid off my entire computer. And I had like a 128 gigs of RAM, a 3090 Ti. That was like a $5,000 painting.
Wow.
That was a really high day rate.
So by the way, some people are asking, 99 layer limit. That's probably a small canvas actually. Wow.
That's why I can't switch from Photoshop quite yet for client work. Like, I would like to switch away from Photoshop, but some client pieces come in that are so profitable.
Yeah, Chukolite asked you, do each part or lays flat colors first? What I did first was I had the sketch. Actually, I don't have it anymore. I merged it. So I had the sketch first, and then underneath that layer, I did my base colors, and then I just merged it.
I didn't know people pay for art. There's a lot of people who pay for art. It's an entire industry. In concept art, usually you'll find between 600 and 800 day rate in like the high movie / higher level AAA games. If you're specialized, if you're doing freelance, usually it would be maybe around $1,950, $2,000 per painting for games. I think that's what I was making on a Japanese game. Art is very expensive. It takes a really long time to get good at it.
I think that's why it's very expensive, because it takes a long time.
And like, if you don't hire a good artist, your game will not look good. It's one of those things. Like, if you don't have artists, you don't have a product. Or if you don't have good art, you don't have a good looking product. So it's something games can't work around. I've people doing YouTube videos about artists are the most unemployed. I think part of the reason is because it's a really low barrier to entry, meaning pretty much anybody at any level can start looking for work. So say someone starts drawing tomorrow, all of a sudden they're an unemployed artist. And so the numbers get boosted really high. Whereas maybe for doctors or something, you have to have a doctorate in order to try to be like a doctor. So there's almost like this barrier to entry. That's why some businesses have such high failure rates, because they're so easy to start. A bunch of people start them and then fail. That's at least my opinion on it. I see a lot of artists who struggle to get work, and I take one look at their portfolio and I'm just like, oh, like they're not employable yet because their work's not good enough. And it's a very, very competitive industry with a very low barrier to entry. So you see very, very high rates of people who can't find work. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't people out there who are really good, who are having trouble finding work, especially recently. Not throwing shade at anybody. Just saying part of the reason is anybody can all of a sudden start looking for work at any level. Even good quality pixel art is based on a good art foundation. Yeah, I mean, it's just art. Pixel art is just really a style. Like, you take like a high-level professional artist who's never done pixel art, they could do pixel art for their next job. That's like concept art. You have to adapt to the style of the project. Pixel art is totally awesome. How to become more known for work. What do you mean, like grow a social media? Tips on start doing commissions. Maybe find a friend group. Obviously, suggestions like get good.
Get good enough that people want to hire you. I mean, like what makes your art desirable to be commissioned for is what I'm saying. Is what we're saying. Because, people can get really nice commissions if their style's very pretty, or if they're just their work looks really solid, and you just want like a nice quality thing. What makes you different from other people who are commissioning as well? Like, some people will do like purely just VTuber commissions, and that's like kind of like their niche. Yeah. Other people will do like sticker commissions. Other people will do like chibi stuff.
That gets into the business side of things. So being like, drawing is not enough, because when you do commissions, you're doing a business transaction, and that gets into the world of business. Drawing you can do with a piece of paper and nobody else has to be around. Doing commissions, you have to have other parties involved who are willing to pay money, which turns it into a business.
And a lot of people don't actually realize that art and commissions is a business. So that's why a lot of people would be like, oh, well, I didn't really do good on commissions, or, oh, like, commissions are trash because, I don't get paid enough. But it's like they have to realize that it's more than just drawing a picture for someone and getting paid. It's not just a job. Like you can look at Sakimi-chan, for example. Her art is a business at this point. She draws certain things.
I don't even know if modern artists know about Sakimi-chan anymore.
Oh, really?
Do y'all know who Sakimi-chan is? They used to be a really popular
illustrator
Patreon person. Probably some of the people here do. The younger people probably don't.
Okay, yeah, Chuko Light knows. So she runs a Patreon that she lives off of because she draws certain types of things. And
yeah, so Sakimi-chan was basically an NSFW artist that runs a Patreon. Used to be very, very popular. They ran a Patreon that was making, I don't know, like $15,000, $20,000 every 2 weeks, and they ran it like a business. Not even really the best artists. They just structured their business really well. They got very popular on social media. They're good, but they're certainly not the best. There's artists much better than them who make much less. But it depends. Sakimi-chan, to me, nowadays seems really burned out. They don't even enjoy art anymore.
It just, you could just tell them the work. It's
but
just,
I don't know.
I
don't know
I have
them
no
personally.
idea.
So, yeah, I mean, literally, sometimes there's people who make beginner artist tutorials and courses who aren't even that good at art, and they end up completely blowing up online and making hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then there's other really high-level artists that just don't really care that much. They have a job, they have a family, they are not, they're happy where they are.
Hopefully that answered the question.
Yeah.
But it really just depends on what kind of commissions you want to do. And a lot of people also get really scared when, of how much to charge. Because people are like, oh, well, people won't pay me, or people won't want my art for this much. They want it way cheaper, so
that's
I have
the business side. It's a fear of rejection. If I charge $100 and they say that's way too much, it's scary. It's that's rejection. That's sales.
Yeah.
If your fear of rejection did not hold you back at all, you'd probably make more, or a lot of artists would probably make more. Yeah. Rejection therapy. Look up rejection therapy. There's strategies out there to help not be as afraid of rejection. What do you guys do when you start to dislike or hate your art? Erase it and restart. Take a break. Change things up.
Move on.
Just
do another piece.
Learning to not take your own art so personally. Every drawing is a throwaway. That's what we used to say in school. Every drawing is a throwaway. And the better you get, the less difficult it is to start over. Christina could erase this whole drawing right now and not really care.
Yeah, I won't care. I mean, if you deleted it, I'd be like, I don't care. I'll just do another one. Honestly, there's some artwork that I am really proud of and I don't want deleted. But for the most part, if my computer had to be wiped, I won't be able to jinx this, but if my computer had to be wiped, I'll be like, all my old art is there, but I could just make new ones.
Well, that's a bummer. At least I can make it again.
Exactly. And maybe I'll make it better,
Maybe it comes from doing concept art for so long for me, but you'll literally work for days and days on a piece and a design that you really like, and the client says no, you completely scrap it, it never sees the light of day, and you start in a different direction.
Thank you, Waffle, by the way.
That's literally concept art, is working on a piece that you love and the client not choosing it, and it just gets binned over and over and over and over and over and over.
You gotta just get used to it.
So the benefit is you get to draw every day and design for a living. The drawback is your artwork is constantly thrown away and nobody ever sees it. So eventually you're just oh, I guess each individual artwork I draw isn't actually that special. Not in a depressing way, but in a liberating way.
Yeah.
Detachment therapy. Yeah. Learning how to detach from art is really, really important.
Ooh, I really want to do that subsurface.
Brayden, Procreate's totally fine. There's a lot of you can go through whole schools with just Procreate on the iPad. It depends on what you want to do, though. Welcome. If you're new here, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, tutorials, lessons, demos, and then Saturdays, OC drawing streams. So join the Discord server. The link is on our profile to join the Discord server. Yeah, that's one of the most difficult things, is detaching from art. It's really, really hard because for a lot of people, art is like a very personal and emotional thing. But when you start doing it as a living, it's not yours. Like if you're an illustrator and you're drawing something for someone else owns that art. You have to like let go of it. Risk management is very important as well when it comes to art. What do you mean exactly? I think risk management is good for like just life in general, including art for sure. I have very high risk tolerance. Christina does as well.
I do, I guess. Maybe I do. Well, as long as I know that Colton is confident in his ability to figure things out, then I'm on the same boat as him.
Like I'll put 5 years into something that may not work at all. I don't really see it as a risk. I see it as doing what I want to do. Like this Anime Academy business that we've started, I have no idea if it's going to succeed. I hope it does. But if it doesn't, I'll just do something else. At least I got to draw and hang out with cool people. Mm-hmm. Got to go eat tuna. Bye. See ya.
Bye. Nice satisfying your cravings.
Some people don't have as high risk management. Which is not management, risk tolerance. Which is completely fine. It's just like personality.
Yeah. But they have other higher tolerance to other things.
Yeah. Like maybe they pay attention for longer. They have a lot of them actually have a higher chance of success because they don't get distracted as easily.
Yeah, like what's like Ben?
I have to go. Goodbye, guys. Enjoy
Bye,
the stream. See ya,
thank
Sazino.
you. Yeah, much chiller.
Shannon, I would recommend after you trace an image to study folds, go next to the image and try to draw it.
That's what I do
without
all the time.
tracing.
Yeah.
So trace the folds, then go next to it, draw it without tracing it, and see how you did. Then do it a bunch of times. Yeah, I more take safe choices. Yeah, I get you. Like I had no problem going into concept art knowing it may not work out at all. Like my mentality is I could just do something else.
Ah, that's too yellow.
What's concept art exactly? Concept art is basically internal artwork. The art itself is not what's being viewed by the general public. So for example, say I draw a building. Someone's going to take that building, they're going to 3D model it, put it in the video game. My image is never going to be seen, but the building you will see in the video game. That's true for landscapes, characters, props. Concept art is pre-production, so it's drawn before the game is made. If you want to learn about concept art, there's a YouTube channel that talks about it a lot called FZD School. FZD School. FZD School. If you want to learn what concept art is. I actually went to this school in 2015 and 16. You can think of concept art as like before the iPhone was built, someone had to draw a picture of it to make sure people knew how to build it. But after the iPhone is built, you can essentially throw the drawing away and it doesn't matter because the point was to build the iPhone, not to draw a picture. Although that would be considered product design. But
still also like
concept art is basically just product design for like movies and games and stuff. Do you guys do 3D art too? I've done a lot of Blender for work and ZBrush, but not recently.
Nah, not recently. I just play around 3D for fun.
Is it good to suppress your limits? I don't understand what that means.
What does that mean?
I don't think so. I think it's good to push your limits. Try to get to the point of failure. Like it's like working out in a gym, right? If you want to get stronger, you get to the point of failure and you keep writing that line. So always try to push yourself. If you want to get better at art, try to be always pushing yourself right where on the edge of what you're capable of. And if you keep writing that line, you get good really fast. So like you'll notice that on Saturday OC streams, Christina takes on the really hard drawings without a second thought. Even if she's like, I don't know if I can do this. Most people would be like, I can't draw hands. I'll hide them behind the back, or I'll hide them in the pockets. But if you do that, you won't get any practice drawing hands.
Oh, okay. Meant to say, is it good to pass your
limits? Sure.
So you meant like surpass your limits.
Yep,
oh, okay,
surpass.
yes, for sure.
For sure.
Oh, and thank you, Danny.
And if you fail, don't take it personally. Like, expect to fail. The point is to fail. Like, you want to fail because you'll know what you're capable of. That's my opinion on it. Like, if I fail on a drawing, I'll just be like,
well,
so that's my limit. Now I can keep pushing that. Instead of going into a depressive state.
It's like how you manage your stress as well, or how you choose to see improvement. Because a lot of people do get depressed over it, and that's totally normal, because it's like they think they're not doing a good job, or they think, oh, like, you know, inside maybe that they're kind of like a failure.
Yeah, they see their lack of success in a particular drawing as a personal thing and feel bad because of it. I just don't look at it as a personal thing.
Yeah. Thank you, Iz.
That's great, Barry.
Yeah.
Non-human drawing, refreshing to attempt it. Yeah, absolutely. Failing is part of the process. Like, you want to fail. If you're not failing, you're not learning.
I think a lot of people can be very scared of failure, which is totally, you know, normal as well. And I'm scared of failure, you know. I'll be like, oh, what if this doesn't work? You know, it's stressful. Because it's a commitment. And then you're like, well, this could fail, this could not fail. I don't know. I need to make this brighter. I want to make this face darker. Maybe.
I used to have really, really bad anxiety in high school. And I realized at one point that my career was never going to go anywhere if I didn't make efforts to push through it. And so I started practicing.
Oh yeah, I gotta add some nice highlights in her hair. There.
Wouldn't this side of the head have those type of lights too?
Yeah.
Because the light's coming from the right.
That's right. Here, you do it.
I meant this side of the head.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were pointing at this. So.
I was pointing at that light. I meant
okay.
to bring it to the other side.
Oh, okay. Wait, that's not right.
She looks like Belle. If I'm 13 and I continue to draw until I could work, could there be a lot in improvement? Absolutely. If you're 13 and you're just getting started now,
that's the best time to start.
By the time you're 17, 18, you'll be really, really, really good. But age doesn't really matter. I had a friend who started drawing at 33, and he is now on the Overwatch team. I think it was 33. He might have been like 32. But he's now on the Overwatch team as a concept artist. He started drawing in his 30s. Like, I didn't get serious until I was like 18.
Same here.
Do you recommend getting really good at one kind of art for concept art, like character, etc.? So there's generalists and there's specialists. It's really up to you. You can make a living as both. It depends on what you want to do. Like, if you only want to draw cars or you only want to draw characters, then do characters. I think there's probably more work opportunities available for generalists, because when a job comes up, you can take pretty much anything.
You can also modulate. Like, you can actually switch up your styles and stuff.
Like, imagine you get hired as a character
versatile
artist. Mm-hmm. So if you get hired as a character artist and then the character job goes away, maybe you'll lose your job. But if you have all of those skills, maybe you can switch to another position. So it's more like not putting all your eggs in one basket. However, if you double down as a specialist and you get really good at something, you can be the go-to person for that thing, and you have very good job security as well. Any recommendations to how to learn with ADHD? I can't sit still and learn longer than 5 minutes. I grew up with severe ADHD, and I like to try and turn it into a game. Change up your environment, change up what you're drawing, make art friends draw, do challenges.
So give us some examples of what you mean by changing the environment.
Like draw in your bedroom, draw outside, get a sketchbook, go draw at the mall, all that kind of stuff. Create little challenges for yourself. Like, do character challenges, join a community, do competitions with yourself. I like doing, maybe draw things that take less long to draw so you can change subject matters more often. Can we have a channel for challenges? I should build a channel for challenges sometime, sure. We'd have to think of some challenges. Maybe we'll find someone to run challenges. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite food or fruit?
I love rice. I'm kidding. Well,
I like a lot of different kinds of food.
A lot of different types of food as well. I can't really say. I mean, I love kimchi and rice because that's like my guilty pleasure. Chinese food, Japanese food, Indian food is pretty good. Greek food's really good. I like Greek food a lot. I know rice is life. Ramen I like. Well, instant ramen. Some instant ramens I really do like. Man, what else? What's your pet peeve? Oh, Tofungus says I found... I'll answer that question in a bit.
I can say Christina's pet peeve.
What is my pet peeve?
Solo leveling.
Yeah, my pet peeve is...
We're not going to go off on that.
We ain't going to do that. Tofungus says I find a bunch of OC challenges on Pinterest, like day 1, draw your OC in pajamas. Oh, like OC challenges. That's cute. Mm-hmm. Can do a list like that. Another thing about my pet peeve in terms of story is, like, let me think of how to describe it.
When characters don't have to work for stuff?
When characters don't have to work for stuff, when characters are automatically, like, everybody just sees them as perfect and beautiful, and there's, like, no flaw anywhere in their entire body, and they just really make it known to you, like, they're supposed to be perfect and they're supposed to be beautiful. Like, everybody just falls over them. I don't like that.
The writers jam it down your throat.
I don't like that. I want to say, oh my gosh, they're beautiful by myself. I don't want other people to say, oh, they're beautiful, that they're telling me they're beautiful, you know.
Tofungus, if you are the type of person that wants to run a challenge channel, I could give you that. Maybe you could do like weekly challenges or something and we could discuss it. Let me know, maybe direct message me if you want to do something like that. Could be fun.
I think that could be really fun. Get the community involved.
Hey, if you can't beat your nemesis, then have them join.
That's funny.
It's up to you, though. No pressure. A VO, maybe you and Tofungus could run it together if you want. I don't know. It wouldn't be like a lot of work. It would just be like maybe you could come up with ideas. You could make announcements in that channel. Then maybe we could review stuff. There's no drama when a character just accomplishes their goal without consequences.
Yeah, I hate that.
Ugh.
Or when, like, I want to see...
What was that one anime that we hated? With the
pretty boy?
The overweight guy that became, like, a pretty boy?
Oh, yeah. Something like, I became the strongest by blah, blah, blah. I don't know what it was.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, he annoyed the crap out of me. I could go on ages to complain about that, but I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, I would love to, but I don't know if the chat would want to hear that. So, yeah, I just don't like it when when everything just gets handed to the character and... everybody just magically falls in love with them. I just don't like that. I don't like that. It really bugs me.
VO said, I'd be down with that. We could bounce ideas off each other each week. Yeah. If you wanna do that, I could create a little direct message between us all, and we could figure out some sort of weekly challenge thing. I don't know about daily challenges. Maybe occasionally daily challenges. Daily challenges are pretty fast because sometimes I'll have like something to do during a couple of days and I'll miss multiple days.
Disgusting Big Toe, you are finally here.
Yes, welcome.
We just did a bunch of clothing studies like this, and now I'm just doing, well, not clothing studies, we did some little demos, and then now I'm just doing a clothing study because I feel like it.
You could take part in the challenge, Shannon.
Yeah. Like in coming up with the challenges, or I don't know what I was gonna say.
Can self-taught artists get jobs, or is it smarter to go to school for art? I know a lot of artists who are self-taught that are working professionally. It doesn't matter. It depends on, like, if you're self-taught, you have to really be careful of what you think self-taught is. Would you consider someone who takes classes online self-taught, like not in a college, but say like an 8-week figure drawing class? In which case, no, I would say you probably couldn't get jobs if you're self-taught in that way, where you don't take online classes and stuff. You absolutely do not need to go to university or college to become a professional. You just need to learn how to make really good art. But you can absolutely become a professional in college as well. Like, it's not either or. So if you can't afford college, there's a lot of pros that are working that never went to college. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Think of having 1 or 2 challenges a week would still be fun. That'd be cool, like a Wednesday and a
Friday,
Saturday or Sunday challenge or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe there'll be like a weekly challenge and then a bi-weekly challenge and then a monthly challenge. I'm not sure exactly, but I like that. Thank you for the rose, Morgan.
Thank you.
This looks like it belongs in a storybook.
Aw, thank you.
Cat's Pajamas, did you say that you joined the Discord server? You didn't have any problems getting in, did you? Kayla's back. Hello.
Yay. Welcome back, Kayla. Another one of our regulars.
You didn't miss much. Just
We're
this entire drawing.
Yeah, just this.
Okay, all good.
Sorry. You know, one of the things I would actually really love to do someday is illustrate a children's book or illustrate like a storybook. I've always liked storybooks and illustrated books. I wish there were more of them. I wish they weren't just limited to kids. I feel like that's why graphic novels and those like light novels and anime are really popular, because they have illustrators and stuff in there. I really like this white shine in the border of the dress. I like that.
I don't go to an art college, and I'm always scared this will hurt my chances to get work. The only thing that'll hurt your chances to get work is your work itself. And if you're a horrible person, but I'm assuming you're not. Are there any online classes you guys could recommend or how to find? Also, thanks for the help. So we do actually run a school online. If you go to our link on our profile, drawanimeacademy.com, this link up here, you can also get there from the link on our profile.
Make it a little bit lower.
There's actually a couple people here who are in our school, but it has 7 classes on foundation with like an anime twist. I also wrote out some different online resources earlier.
Yeah, just take that out.
You can take a screenshot of this. This is a teacher. This is like a website with a bunch of classes. This is a website with classes. Schoolism is like a yearly subscription with a bunch of classes. And then here's ours at the bottom. So search around. It depends on what you want to do. But I really recommend our classes. Like I very strongly stand behind them. I think it's the best education we've ever made by far.
I actually don't watch anime. I just like the art style. Honestly, that's real.
Honestly, a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
I was like that for a long time. So yeah, there's some stuff you can screenshot that, or you can go to the link on our profile. We have classes on anatomy, figure drawing. We have classes on clothing and costume drawing. We have classes on perspective, hair, facial expressions, character design, backgrounds, environments, portfolio building, all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for something like that, it's an all-in-one place where you can learn pretty much everything. It's very structured. You get a syllabus. You get homework assignments weekly. You get terms. And it's all self-paced. So you can go through it at your own pace whenever you want. Can you guys do a tutorial on hair Sunday?
You know, yeah.
We have a couple TikToks on that. On hair.
We do.
But absolutely.
We can definitely do a stream on hair someday, because I like doing hair. Hair's always fun. So
I'll tell you right now, if you can render ribbons, you can render hair.
Colton's showing something.
Yeah, you can draw if you want.
Okay.
I'll just pull it up in a bit. Content updates. I don't know where it is. Live demos. Here it is.
I'm trying to join the Discord and it says action cannot be completed.
Some other people have that problem. Can someone give help if you know how to solve that? You may have to open it in your browser. You may have to join from a computer. I don't know exactly, but I've definitely seen that before. And now nothing will load.
Is it because of our internet? And we have good connection. Yeah, I've been having some like weird like loading stuff. Like I just could not.
Jumping back to the old Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's why. You already have the Discord app. You have to have the Discord app already open before clicking the link. Oh, okay. Katie, open the link and open in browser. Okay. Yummy dress art. Thank you, Kayla.
Go. So if you want to learn how to render hair, this is a little demo I did the other day. If you want to learn how to render hair, you need to understand cylinders. Cylinders have a lit side, a shadowed side, and a core shadow. And then up top here is a turning edge that helps to wrap the form around. And then down here is going to be ambient occlusion, which is when two objects come together and it creates like a little crack. That's why cracks are dark. So if you take this cylinder and you spread it out, you're going to have your core shadow, you're going to have your lit side, you're going to have your turning edge, and your shadow side. So the light comes down, and where the light turns parallel to the surface is going to be your core shadow. If you smooth that out, it looks like this, which is like a rendered ribbon. So hair is just going to be a compound cylinder, which means it's going to have a core here and a core here. So shadowed side, lit side, core, core, lit side. And then if you smooth those out and blend them, that's what it looks like. So the only thing that's missing here is hair texture, but it's going to be rendered exactly like this. And then here's some little examples of simply rendered ribbons over here on the side. And so that is the secret to doing hair. So if you see all of the hair that Christina did is rendered exactly like ribbons, they're just little strips and they're tapered. And they're obviously colored as well. So that's the secret to rendering hair. And see, here's more. Here's your lit side. Here's your core. Here's your shadowed side, which receives bounce light. And yeah. But we'll have to make a specific video on it sometime. And you'll notice that all of this is the same thing. Lit side, core's in here. It wraps around. She's left hers a little bit more just as like a mass rather than really rendered out. Mine was exaggerated for the demo. But you'll see here's a highlight. Wraps around. Highlights. So I hope that helped. And do a bunch of hair studies.
Yes, I love
hair. Do hair studies with those principles in mind and look for those things.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's big. That's really big. If you do a study and you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to learn as much.
I struggle with that a lot, and I didn't even know I was doing it.
Time is it? 4:10?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll wrap up pretty soon.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up, by the way. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the follow button. We stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays, as of right now, during the summer. That's like our summer stream schedule.
There. Pretty nice little study right there.
And join our community.
Yeah, it's always a lot of fun. I love checking the Discord thingam and just seeing what other people are up to and seeing what they're chatting about.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, show up to a future stream, hang out, have fun.
We'll definitely be doing a stream tomorrow. We're starting a bit earlier tomorrow because we're doing OC streams, and we also have company. So
this is her reference photo.
Yeah.
She stopped using it eventually once the face was in.
Yeah.
And she just kind of started drawing for herself.
Yeah. You can see the face is a bit different.
Yeah, like her face is tilted down.
Mm-hmm.
This face is more...
like straight towards...
a little bit more straight. Her eyes are open. Her eyes are closed.
Seeing the brain rot, Vio. Yep.
Yeah. So the way that streams work here is generally they fluctuate a lot. So TikTok will all of a sudden dump 300 viewers into here and the channel will go crazy like this. Whoa, tons of viewers. And then it'll come back down. And then we'll get to chat and have fun and hang out. and then it'll go back up, and we'll get hundreds of viewers, and then it'll go back down. So if you come to our stream during this time, we'll be able to talk to you one-on-one more so. If you come during this time, then it gets kind of crazy. And we tend to talk about our school and books more when it's at the peak.
Yeah.
But I love the chill streams.
I like the chill streams too.
But if people don't buy our products, then we can't continue to do these free streams.
We're going to have to end up going and get a job.
Yeah. So if you know anybody who wants to learn how to draw, tell them about our school or our books, because that's how we can keep doing these things for free. Mm-hmm. It's one of the favorite things I've ever done.
Yeah, I really
like
love
it more
doing
than
these.
working professionally as a concept artist.
Same.
That's why I quit, in order to do it.
Just makes me feel young again, even though I'm young, but just makes me feel like a kid.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I love it when people are screaming at each other in the Discord server in all caps and going nuts over each other's works. Mm-hmm. Yep, I turned down the job I wanted to work on more than anything in the world, which was Dead Space. I got a job offer to work on Dead Space remake full-time for 2 years, and I turned it down because we were building our Anime Academy brand.
I would have been fine if you worked there too.
I would have been fine with it too, but I wouldn't have been able to juggle it very easily.
Yeah. The sacrifices the art father made. I'm kidding.
It was very sad to turn it down.
I know. Well, maybe there's going to be better options for you. Maybe better opportunity for you later. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. Did it hurt? How much are you guys making, if you don't mind, from teaching?
It depends. It fluctuates a lot. It depends on how much we stream. It depends on new students coming in. You know, it could be anything from, you know, a couple thousand a month to 6, 7, 8,000 a month. It depends a lot. And our business is in the very early stages right now too. We're not running a lot of ads online. We're trying to get the rest of our school built. We're trying to get our books up in bookstores and stuff. So hopefully it'll go up.
But we can make a living off of it.
Yeah, enough to live right now, for sure. Jamie, I am very sorry to say that we're going to be wrapping up pretty soon.
Yeah, we are.
But the VOD's going to go up. So if you missed some of the stream, we upload VODs, video on demand. It's the entire stream recorded and put on our YouTube channel. So I put that in the Discord server when it's done processing and uploading. A reminder to flip the canvas. Do you want to flip canvas?
Let's see. Let's see if I'm going to regret
Fingers
it.
crossed.
Oh.
That's not too bad.
The better you get, the less atrocious it's going to look.
Yeah.
It still looks a little bit atrocious, but...
The only thing that I see feels like this could almost be like that instead.
Yeah, I think it should. Well, the eyes are kind of lopsided. One day, I want to actually have a flipped canvas that looks atrocious. It used to look atrocious, but now it's the odds are a little bit less.
When are you going live tomorrow? Probably between 12 and 1 Pacific. So that would be 3 and 4 on the eastern side of the States. It's not going to be a long stream, though. We have some family coming. Birthday.
But I'll try to draw as many OCs as I can. There. I think it's just the legs.
Yeah, one leg is bigger and smaller.
Yeah. One leg is in front. One leg is in back. Is a little bit bigger.
Yeah. In fact, I would just say probably like... There you go.
Sure. That looks good. Let me just fill that in.
How do you submit your own C? So there's going to be a channel in the Discord server. And when the stream starts, we will wipe the channel and refresh it. And then you can post your OCs. And there's going to be a format. So you're going to have to post your TikTok name, your Discord username. Well, we can see your Discord username. Your TikTok username and your OC's name. Because it gets very difficult to track whose OCs are whose. And then you can post multiple OCs in there. And Christina will just choose one. Just make sure you post all of their names.
There. What else was I going to say about that? I will be just kind of choosing what I feel like because I feel like that's very comfortable for me. And so everybody has an equal chance of getting their OCs drawn.
Yeah, it's not first come, first serve. It's just whoever
It's not going to go in order.
Oh, yeah, and then Vio says we ship them at the end. Yes.
Yep, we do. Because we love shipping. We are shippers at heart. We'll be like, okay, so it's about that time of stream, you know, as Mitsubi always says. Which OC should we ship with who? You know?
Yes.
I just got back from eating tuna. I don't want the leg to end. Oh, Rin.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be streaming tomorrow anyways.
Yeah, we'll stream tomorrow. Hang out in the Discord server. We'll be around today. I'll probably call my brother.
Yeah. I'll probably draw more. Maybe.
And draw as well.
Maybe I have to do my Pilates later today.
Is there any tips for making OCs? Do what you're passionate about. What story do you want to see? Make something interesting. Make something... What's their backstory? What struggles have they faced? What challenges? What do they have to overcome? Are they in the middle of it? Is it in their past? What do they look like? What do they dress like? What do they prefer to wear? Where are they from?
What are the
Who are their
favorite
parents?
foods?
That's how I like to make OCs. And I like to mix it up as well. Like mixing it up, throwing a curveball in there, making it so it's not super predictable. Finding multiple sources of inspiration rather than just one can help. Always the flowers. I love flowers in the hair. That's cute.
There.
All right, everybody, thanks for showing up. Maybe we'll be around tonight, Oddman Vio. Not sure.
There.
You're welcome, yes. You guys have helped me so much.
Oh, I'm so glad.
That's great.
Nice VO.
5-6 page doc. Oh my gosh. When you get on a new video game and the client sends you the lore for the game, sometimes it'll be like a 60-page PDF that you have to read by like the next day. And you have to learn all about the lore in the game before you start doing art for it. And the funny thing is, this is the really funny thing. A lot of the time, they won't even tell you the game you're working on because it's all confidential. So you'll know all the lore about the game, but you'll have no idea what it's called because the project uses code names. So the characters' names can be changed. The game name can be changed. When I worked on Ender Lilies, it was known as Zion.
Oh, wow.
I'm great at that. I do that for free. So yeah, you have to make sure that you're fitting the world. PUBG was... Anthem, the code name was Project Dylan. Dylan.
Project Dylan, that's funny.
So it's all secret. OC Lore Channel.
Oh, that
could be a good idea.
I remember we were going to do that, but I don't think it ever happened.
Remind me of that later on, Tofungus. That's not a bad idea.
Yes.
Or like OC... You have to post a picture of your OC and you can also put the lore. That could be fun.
That could be really fun.
Danny Draws, awesome. Bye-bye, I had a blast.
Awesome, I'm so glad.
You have a wonderful day as well.
Mm-hmm. I'll DM you soon about the challenges. Great, we'll see you then.
Yeah, I'll probably make a special role for you and Vio to give you challenge coordinators or something like that. And
that's cute.
If you want to do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Have a good day. We love seeing you here.
Yep.
Glad that you guys stayed around. And we will see you tomorrow.
To make sure it's PM, right? Tomorrow, the stream, 1:30 PM, not in the morning, Pacific time. Or like 1:30. We might start a little bit earlier because we got company coming over. So we won't be able to go for 4 hours, unfortunately. But maybe an hour or two. All right. Bye-bye. See you, Mel. See ya.
Bye. See y'all.
Bye-bye.
Oh, everybody's sharing it now.
Yeah.
Are you guys trying to do something to it? I'm kidding.
See ya.
Bye.